Alrighty. Welcome back. This might be the last episode. Well, actually, probably is going to be. One way or another. So I misunderstood, actually, what the website I was looking at was telling me. I thought there was going to be one more girsh Nephilim or something of that equivalent that I needed to fight. But the ones we have defeated now are all the ones there are, except for one more that comes up during the quest. So, basically, in the upcoming part of the quest, one of the girsh Nephilim would randomly attack us, the ones we haven't defeated or satisfied, as in pacified, yet we could also just make friends with them. That is an option. And if you have defeated or pacified all of them, then during the quest, the new guy is going to appear. I intentionally didn't read at all as to what this guy can do. I briefly skimmed the line that he is going to be significantly more powerful, so, well, I guess we'll see how that's going to work out for us. Anyways, this means we need to get ready for a final fight. So, here's a little fun fact that I didn't actually realize because I never tried it. These circle of light and chords of the various girsh Nephilim, if you try to duplicate them with metamorphic polygel, a loud buzz is emitted. The unauthorized glyph flashes on the side of the applicator. So, whoever created these girsh, or whatever created these girsh, also somehow managed to convince whoever created these metamorphic polygels, maybe it's the same person, to not let them duplicate these things. So I cannot duplicate this. I wanted to give like the plus armor to everybody, but here I am. I guess I'm just gonna be the one equipping this plus armor value here, plus dodge value. I have 18 armor, which, well, I mean, it's not that much, but I also have a lot of things equipped that give me a tremendous amount of resistances. I now have 2 sets of Krakau's equipped. I have the shield, and I feel like I'm gonna be reasonably ready. However, there's a few more things that I want to prepare before I start into this. First of all, we're going to be controlling our friend, who here, because along the way, sometime I actually picked up 2 R-Splice seed, which we can turn into 2 more words. I can turn them into 2 more thingies that give me extra stats and stuff. What are they called again? Tonics. Eaters nectar injectors. There we go. 1 and 2. And then it would be kind of silly to take the metamorphic polygel with me without actually using it, I feel. So we're gonna be using it on the... which one was this one? Plus 10 quickness. Let's actually see if one of our allies wants that one. We're gonna be using the metamorphic polygel on... where is it? There we go. The Shrewd Bread of the Marapir in Quell Square. If you remember, this is basically a supercharged injector that has like double the potential, like plus 2 attribute or 2 mutation points instead of the regular ones from the Eater's Nectar injector. 1 point of agility. That's actually amazing because I was gonna look for that too. That's 1 point of toughness. That 1 point of agility is actually precisely what I wanted. That's great. Okay, anyways, we're gonna copy this root bread of the baboon, using up all the remaining polygel. Where is it? There it is, one more. And of course, you could just keep making rounds, duplicating them until you have 100 in each stat. I actually don't know if there's a limit to which stats you can get. But I never planned on grinding out these shops. It just kind of happened incidentally based on what I was trying to achieve, to be honest. Because I wanted to try and find everything, which just happened to involve that it's really irritating to have to deal with all sorts of enemies just stopping you, even if they are at this point powerless to even do anything against me. I was just really annoying to try and deal with them, so I just grinded out the reputation with everything, because that seemed easier than continuing to deal with their onslaught. Anyways, gonna apply the Shrewd Bread of Marapir. Yes, we get 2 mutation points. Nice. I hope I get 1 more of these. Nice, that's exactly what we're looking for. Well, if we get 2 more mutation points, that would be fantastic. 2 points of ego, that's also pretty good. And 2 points of willpower. Alrighty, we have enough to buy a new mutation. Gonna do that. There's the heightened quickness. I'm definitely taking the heightened quickness. This is plus 15 quickness, just a flat 15 quickness. And each level gives us an additional 2 in quickness. We have plus 2 thanks to our girsh items here. And we're just going to invest the remaining 2 points into this. We now have a grand total of plus 23 quickness, just flat out. This actually might allow us to keep up with the plus 50 quickness. What's my quickness now? Not quite. I would need to eat something more to give me more quickness or something. Anyways, much better than before. It's pretty good. This is the mutation I was kind of hoping for my melee fighters to invest into, but well, that's not what we got. And before I forget again, let me make some more time cubes. I thought I made 1 more, but then I couldn't find the time cube anymore. So I'm not sure I did make any. Also, I can make some myself, inject this. Might as well. While we have treasure tubers. Here, time cubes. We can make 2. Excellent. So these time cubes, once again, they give us just extra turns. I don't actually know if this will work in this encounter. There's a high chance the creature we encounter is going to be entirely immune to that thing as well. Because I don't actually know what it can do. No idea. Anyways. Anything else I want to do in the meantime? I feel like there was 1 more thing that I wanted to do and I forgot about it. I don't need these individual drams of cloning draft. There was 1 more item I wanted to pick up here. I'm just having trouble remembering what it was that I wanted to pick up. My goodness. Brain, please. Give me just 1 moment. I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was the extra time cubes I made. Something like that. Anyways. I think it's time that I'm finally go. You know, it's that moment where, you know, stuff is gonna happen. You don't really know how to deal with stuff. And it could be really... well, it will be really dangerous. I know that one for a fact. I just don't know exactly what I need to handle, or how I need to handle things. I'm gonna actually grab my cloning draft again here real quick. We're teleporting over to the It Freehold to pick up a bunch more berries, just in case. Because I do not know what awaits me. Taking all our buddies with us. Also, we can direct our allies to go into the golems. And we have 3 golems available, actually. And we have 3 companions. But we will also take Barathrum with us. Because if you remember, way long ago when the main story was still the newest thing, I guess, we need to ascend the spindle. That's why we built the golems to begin with. We got the energy source from the 3 chimes secured. I forget what you would call them. And effectively, we need to have them just, well, the golems need to somehow ascend with us. I'm currently actually no, I will be briefly knocking out Joy, just so that we get rid of the mumble mouths before we begin. So I just want to buy a bunch of berries here. So we trade over cloning draft. Yes. I take more berries. Yeah. Oh, I don't have that much money. You can have the agate gemstone. Alright, we have 57 berries. I highly doubt I need that many. Or even have much use for that many to begin with. Because the chance... Oh, there's 2 more polygels. I'm not gonna do it. I'm done with buying stuff. Okay. Ezra Recoiler has not enough charge to function. Put in a new solar cell. Alrighty, so here's what I'm gonna do real quick. Before I go anywhere, we're gonna enter Snappy. Sit in the pilot seat for Snappy the Golem. I'm not gonna be inside the Golem during this quest, because otherwise my companions don't get the Embolden buff for their extra max HP, and I feel like my Snapchat buddies and others might need that. Maybe, we'll see. Anyways. Give me... Actually, just the water skins you're carrying. Just give me everything, it's fine. Because you're gonna get knocked over. In just a moment, so we get rid of your mumble mouths. Arguably, having some bits and pieces covered with mumble mouth is fine, even beneficial. Because it gives us extra dodge value, but practically speaking, it is not gonna be all that helpful in a lot of cases. Alright, we're going to knock out Joy, because he is just not gonna deal as much damage. So yeah, so you can see pretty good armor right now. Maybe, actually no, actually the extra defense is probably fine. No, actually, we'll leave it like this. No, never mind. Give you some water back. You probably don't need it, but might as well. Give you 5 berries back. We leave it. We actually leave this like this. However, what I wanted to do here is I want to exit this, and we snatch this pilot seat over here. It weighs 100 pounds. I can still move with it. I'm not used to having that much. Equipment weight carrying capacity. Snappy Golem. I don't know if this matters or not, but I'm gonna put the pilot seat in here. And we're going to direct our allies to enter. Let's see. So in the Snappy Golem, we're gonna tell Obor. Can I... Let's see. Direct follower to enter. That's what I need. Okay, we're gonna put Oboroqoru in there. We're gonna put Ubu in there if the game lets me. Direct follower to enter. Ubu. Can I tell a third one? Or no? Okay, that's good. Although now I think about it, I don't necessarily want all of you guys here. Let me split you guys up into 2 parts. You guys are gonna be part of the rogue golem, I suggest. So we're gonna recall the clone of Tarit Chow. Oh, are you following me now? You are a follower of me now. Okay. We have 3. That's so weird. I wonder if I could make more clones. Anyways. Do you have any food? You don't. Let me give you some berries. And a quantum mode, so you have at least some defenses. Actually, reminds me, I might as well just give each one of them a quantum mode, so they have slight bit of better defenses. It's not like I'm gonna use this quantum mode myself anytime soon. Alright, and then... can I rename you? Oh yeah, clone of Joey. So we have Snappy, we have Joey, and we have... Weirdo. Because it's really weird that we find random extra golem. Anyways, direct follow to enter, Bardo and Ubu. You guys enter this golem. So the main reason I'm doing this is because I'm worried that they're gonna get absolutely murdered. But they will be ejected, I think at least, once the golems go down. And I expect the golems to go down, it's the short version. I expect most of the golems to go down, to be exact. But there's gonna be 2 precautions I wanna take. First of all, we're gonna enter the Mumblemouth golem. I'm gonna be piloting you for a second. And the reason I'm piloting this golem here is because I want to actually briefly go around. Oh, we learn more random secrets. That makes sense. We want to briefly go around and explore these areas. Make sure the red death dakas are all taken care of, because they will end up attacking us. Actually, I could probably just make friends with them realistically. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that real quick. Let us head over to the grid gate real quick. Can you tell that I'm just trying to do everything? Try to do everything I possibly can that I can even remotely conceive as useful preparations for what is up ahead. Anyways, this thing should be trees. Yeah, it's... Oh, this is not gonna be enough reputation. Okay, in this case... I'm so sorry. I'm dragging this out for much longer than I meant to. We're gonna briefly go and buy... the... metamorphic polygel that we've seen on this guy? Yeah, this guy. Yeah, let's just sell 2 of them, it's fine. We pay way too much, but I don't care. And we're going to apply this to the Schrodinger's pages. Because now this will allow us to entangle text. Trees. I would like to be friends with the trees. You could call me a hippie, I guess. Entangle text. Trees. Alrighty. The red death daka should now no longer attack me, to my knowledge. Which also means it could potentially be a valuable ally in the battle up ahead. Alrighty. Now, back to Ezra. And continuing the exploration. Replace cell. Activate. There we go. And back into the Mumblemouth golem. Joy specifically. Where are you run? Oh no! forgot about the part where the golems are, well, the Mumblemouth golem specifically is hostile towards the Consortium and Phyta, which are these plants. And I don't want to cause a stink in here. No! This is precisely what I wanted to avoid. Which is why I wanted to enter these screens inside the golem. Now I have to clear out more dudes. And you stay here. You stay here. You stay here. In fact, you guys take one step away from the border here, just so you don't get randomly hit. And, sorry, I'm trying to go down here. Wait, they chased me? That is so inconvenient. Anyways. Phase, sprint. Go back up north. This is not good at all. You can engage aggressively if you want to. Where's my other golems? Engage aggressively. You can also come along now. You can also come along. Why is there a goat in the middle rather than my other golem? Why did you guys need to duplicate as well? You're getting hit. Oh, you're getting hit hard. They're using Sunder Mind on them. Ah! I don't know where my third golem is. That's a problem. I need to see my last golem, buddy. There you are. You're almost dead. Come with me. We teleport all the way over here. Leave screen. They're still alive. My god, this is stressful. Okay. You stay here, you stay here, you stay here. Now I need to run back and help the villagers of Ezra fight off psychic invaders. This is not the battle I was trying to prepare for. You're annoying. There you go. Also, they can't just do that across this map without being able to see me. It's very rude. I need to be able to see them in order to do anything like that. What are you guys fighting? You're fighting all the people around it. My goodness. And I don't even know which one the real one is. Because, of course, Temporal Fugue. Oh, you just obliterated Banana Rancher by trying to laser me and get recoiled. Okay, you Sunder Minds, which means the Sunder Mind of the others is going to come online soon as well. I'm waiting until Temporal Fugue wears off. Keeps trying to laser me. Okay. He tries to sunder my mind, so we switch screens down south, back up, just to break the psychic link. And you did that again, please stop doing that. This lasts forever, as does Temporal Fugue. What level Temporal Fugue do you have? There we go, my goodness. Okay, it's 2 of them. We're gonna sunder this guy's mind, which always means that they have mental mirror. Then we sunder the mind again, and this is how I deal with them. Then I'm just gonna wait until this clone is going... is getting... Oh, you're getting attacked by the villagers. My goodness, I did not mean to make such a stink for them at this point. Kind of funny to see. He's getting damaged by the lasers, he's reflecting it a lot. He's badly wounded by now. That tree thing might actually knock him out before I need to do anything. There we go. 1 down. one banana rancher died. I think our grave warden also died. It's technically all because of me, because I accidentally spawned them here. I'm sorry, friends. There's another one up north. Hi. We immediately Sundermined. Of course he has mental mirror, then we Sundermined again before he gets a turn. He's trying to freeze me, but it really doesn't matter much. Boom. We get stunned, so don't know who's trying to stun me. Actually, it might be the same guy that we just saw over there. By the way, I had the opportunity to get that stun attack, but I think that stun attack is indiscriminate of who you're targeting or who your enemy is. Hi. You just got confused by my mental mirror. So I didn't want my temporal view clones to have the stun attack that could stun me. Alright, you didn't have mental mirror. Goodbye. Alright, any more of your clowns? I'm so done with these. And the problem is we are in fact not even done with these. Even the end game will contain them. Wow. By the way, if enemies or creatures are confused, their mental armor is dramatically lower, which means if they confuse themselves by attacking my mental mirror, well, they just take a ton of damage. Okay, let's auto-explore. I think this might be all of them. Okay, anyways, the reason why I'm going over here to begin with is because in preparation for the battle ahead, the entire surrounding of the spindle, which this is part of the surrounding of the spindle, has a chance to get invaded by random enemies in random places. So, the entire purpose as to why I'm going out of my way to explore these areas is not just for... Did one of you guys die? Oops. I think one of these guys died. Okay, the Mumble Golem is still alive. Weirdo's alive, which is good. I think the other guy might have died. I'm hoping that my allies that were inside there are still fine. Okay, I... No idea where... Come over here. Just gonna recall all of them. It's so weird. And weirdo. Anyways. Come with me. Now we're waiting until party's healed. By the way, they have like an extra... What is it by now? 80 HP, thanks to me emboldening them while I'm not piloting the golem. They just barely survive thanks to that. But then again, I think the psychic attackers are going to be much more dangerous than the golems. Which is why we're trying to take care of them beforehand. Anyways, I'm gonna tell Snappy to stay here, and I'm telling Weirdo to stay here. And I'm gonna enter you again, and again, the entire reason I'm doing this is because now, when I enter a new area, my glimmer is hidden from psychic attack. Oh, shoot. Attackers. I forgot again why I needed to leave my Mumble Muff Golem before. Ah! I destroyed the tree over here. Okay, we get a bunch of random secrets at this point. Making this way more difficult than myself than necessary. There's a bunch of gibbons around here. That's okay. Okay, this is not gonna be anything particularly interesting, so for the sake of not making this episode 20 hours long, I'm gonna increase the auto exploration speed. Also, these monkeys can duplicate themselves, and they don't like the trees. They will attack the trees. So this is basically just the entire outside perimeter of Porch, aka the Spindle. And in any of these screens that I'm currently exploring here, I believe enemies can spawn. Where they arrive is random. I don't know when they arrive exactly, but the first time I did that quest, I of course had basically no idea what was going to happen. I figured a fight was going to happen, so I stayed in front of Torch, you know, where our plant friend is, the Earl of Porch. Asphodellite? Anyways, I stayed in front there because that's where I expected the attack to happen. Sometimes some enemies attacked, and then for a long time I was just waiting. Nothing seemed to happen. Turns out the other areas were getting attacked too, and I just didn't realize that. So I basically went to Ezra. A lot of people in Ezra died the first time I completed that section. That's just... there's not much you can do about that, it feels like. The Pluto's Templar are just knocking them out indiscriminately entirely. But yeah, I figured, okay, they are attacking in Ezra. Maybe one screen to the east as well could be a thing, so I explored there too. There were indeed some enemies. And then I was just waiting for another 10 turns, 100 turns, 200 turns, 500 turns, 1,000 turns. And then at some point I got the message that something has arrived. So I just waited more to see where the thing arrives, and nothing happened. Until I finally started going around. The game will specifically tell you and inform you that if you leave the Spindle before the attack has been repelled, the Marathamites are probably going to have severe casualties among their ranks. And so of course I didn't want to leave until I repelled the attack, but I was also really confused as to where the attack was happening or where it's coming from. Turns out they just attack in the entire surrounding perimeter. So I think the Spindle is like a... I don't know, this is one screen, 2 screens? 3, 4... It's like, the Spindle is a 3x3 area, and the entire surrounding area, aka 5x5 I suppose in that case, is where enemies can attack. In the ring around it, if you will. So, again, the reason why I wanted to do this is quite simply just so we don't get attacked by psychic invaders. You can see how much of a problem it is. This was what I had to deal with, more or less, well, for the most part, when exploring and trying to find things. Anyways, let me check real quick. This is where Bardo and Ubu are. So they are in Weirdo. You know, I'm gonna actually rename you to Bardubu. That way I know who is here, and this Snappy Golem here, we rename you to the Snappy Golem God, because there's an ape god inside. And the Mumble Mouth Golem is our defensive golem, and we're gonna direct our friend to stay in there. Alright. My goodness. I'm not ready for this. You guys come with me? You come with me? Let us head over to Gritgate and tell the Barathrum that it is time to go. You don't have the key. Right. So I deposited that thing at some point. From security card and key. I don't actually know if you need the security card. I think you just need the key to go down here. Plus, I probably could have just used the other staircase there and teleported over. Anyways. Hi, Clank. Goodbye, Clank. Hey, I think we're finally ready to go. I was just really slow. You shake Barathrum awake. The creature has been made. What now? The creature is born, and you are bonded? What work? You are a sterling shaper of world, Moth-2, and I have nothing left to give you but my praise. Now, our operators at Omonport confirm that a clash with the Templar is inevitable. This is a grim fact, but it does give space for you to bond to flower. Go become familiar with leading and piloting your creature. Return to me when you are ready, and we will finally go steward. Or go starboard. Oh. Right, I probably should have talked to him about that before I went to actually do what he just told me to do. That's okay. I'm ready to ascend the spindle, Barathrum. Are you sure, Maven Moth-2? Our fates are not reversible past the next event horizon. We go. We go. Oh, what is it? I heave. The weight of an ass across my... Oh, I heave the weight of ask across my crutch. But the bones are bulletproof. My bones are inosculate to this grotto, or rather, this grotto. This world is what my bones are. Can an old bear divest of his spine, leave it to mosses and the sun-strung birds? No matter. The will can break the wheel, too. We go. Pray. The weight loss of the rise might do good for me. Past the shell of the world, I'm to understand one's burden can no longer pull them down. Okay, we are Starfreight. And he's now my followers. Okay. Do you have any? And he can easily die, by the way. So. This is Jai, and he has a lot of mushrooms over him, but these are protected mushrooms, Barathrum. You can enter, Jai. You have finished the step, prepare to ascend. Of the quest, we are Starfreight. Alright, we told Barathrum to enter Jai. I think it's only fair to rename you as well. Jai the Golem the Old. Because there's a Barathrum inside there. We're heading over to Ezra. Man, am I nervous. You now have received a new quest, Reclamation. Oh, actually, there was a site I didn't visit. That's fine, we don't have to do everything. I'm ready to be done with this. Alrighty, Reclamation. Prepare to ascend. Reclamation. Defeat Galbelt Ozagild, Knight Commander of the Holy Temple. So they are not just sending any old grunts to try and deal with us, they are just sending the highest ones. Defeat Implanted Emquist Pestigath, Knight Commander of the Holy Temple. Defeat Grand Father Gaxivis. And defeat High Mecha Dustafall. Yeah. Okay. So, Mumble Mouth. Move. Over here. Actually, you know what? You stay. I'm not taking the Golem with Barathrum with me. Go here. Oh, we're already being attacked. Right here. That was faster than I hoped it would be. Okay. What I wanted to do is I wanted to real quick equip the 3D cobblers. direct you to move exactly where you are. I want to... There we go. Do this. Now, Barathrum is inside a cage, and we have to deal with the consequences of our actions. Alright, friends. Bardubu. And Golem God. Let us deal with them. Here we have a Knight Templar. I need to tell my golems to only engage when I tell them to, so I'm telling them to only engage defensively. Engage defensively only. And it is time for us to defeat these guys. This is just a regular old Knight Templar. The game tells me it's trivial to defeat him. I'm just gonna toast... Oh, I would toast him. But there's certainly... Let's just sunder his mind. There's certainly one of the Templars around here somewhere. I only just now realized, are these low walls? Oh no, I can see through walls with my glasses, that's why. Ah, okay, this is interesting. I think this is a Phylactery Knight. Yeah, it's a Wraith Knight, which means there's a Phylactery Squire somewhere. Oh, and there's the high guy. Gvirin Guy Bostrit, Knight Commander of the Holy Temple. Admired by the Fellowship of Warden. Oh. What is my Warden reputation? Because I think it's actually kind of low at this point. 270 is fine. Anyways, I'm gonna laser you. And... that was a Thermal Grenade Mark II. I have 100 fire resistance. Wait, do I? I do. You literally don't deal damage with this thing. Laser. Stasis Field. Well, that didn't really help you, did it? Alright, Pewter's Templar. One commander defeated. Or is it? I don't... Nope, this was not one of the commanders that was there in question. Can I shoot you from here? I can. Alrighty. This takes care of the Phylactery Squire. Now we just need to try and find the other invaders. I don't know where my... Guys, could you move? I'm just surprised you guys are not doing anything. Let's try to see whether there's any other enemies around here, but I think we probably have dealt with all of them. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah. Let's go to the east and see what we face over there. I think this time we didn't even have any deaths in this city. Why are my golems not coming with me? What the heck? Guys? Hello? I can direct them to move. And it is moving. What are you guys stuck on? No, I cannot go south, otherwise we'll leave. Why are my golems not following me? Huh? Are you trying to follow this guy? Let me take control of Snappy Golem God. You could... Actually, you probably don't fit in the seat, never mind. Okay, you guys defend this area, I guess. I am so confused. This is not how I would like to play this. Why are you refusing to come over? Buddy. I can give them commands. I'm gonna tell you to stay, and then I'm gonna tell you to come. And he's going back to the middle. Okay, you guys just defend Barathrum, Golem, okay? That's fine, I suppose. Oh, there's a dervish over there. We only have 275 HP on this Golem here. There's an interdictor. He's very dead. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I shouldn't have entered this area. Oh boy. Look at this guy. The High Mecca Dustafall. A god suit of chrome shines in the baptism blood oil of the great cistern, where even standing at the lowest basin it broke the cavern rafters. Uflax braced and tinctured with ties of off-world goldleaf spill from the crown raider and over its deltoid chassis. Basically it's a gigantic mech that some dude is piloting. All the Barathrumites here seem to be dead. I shouldn't have entered the screen, or at least I should have come back afterwards. Anyways, what's my dodge value on this guy? 12 is not terrible. We could try to space-time vortex this one. That would be a little bit silly. I probably should just attack you. Let me actually read my abilities. I don't use sword blades normally myself, so let's see. Shank. 10 cooldown or 20 primary. You make a melee attack with short blade in your primary hand. If you hit, the attack gets +2 penetration for each negative status effect your opponent suffers from. So just 1 because it's cleaved. So Shank is especially good if the opponent has a bunch of status effect. Rejoinder, once per turn when an opponent misses with a melee attack, there's a 40% chance you make a free attack with a short blade you're wielding. It actually doesn't have to be short blade. If you have mushrooms all over your body, you still counter-attack with Rejoinder somehow. Which count as a cudgel weapon. But that might be a fringe key scenario. Okay. Hobble reduces movement speed, jab. That is just extra attacks with offhand short blades. This is just... Okay, actually, the only attack we really have is Shank. So we shank this one. With the Metachrome Fangs. Oh. Well, that's very inconvenient. Where am I? Hello? Game? I think the game crashed. Well, that's very anticlimactic already. Nothing happens anymore. Anyways, what happened? I think we got stunned. Oh, this thing used a concussive blast and we got stunned. And then we remained stunned for multiple rounds. That would have been super dangerous. I take 120 damage from Dustafall's explosion. I think he shot a rocket up and then it landed here. And we eject from Bloody Snappy Golem God. Maybe it had trouble because I can't even press escape, by the way. I have to Alt F4 out of the game. Well, that's anticlimactic. I was just gonna take Barathrum or leave Barathrum behind and take the other golems with me and walk. But for some reason the golems just didn't follow me anymore. I will guess the golems are technically attached to the main golem? Maybe? And it just happens to be that Barathrum dude is the main golem? Anyways, I'm restarting the game in case you're curious. It seems to just take a while. I wonder why it's taking so long. I hope this save file still works. Okay, we're still at the Twin Gates in Ormond Forge. This is to the east, right after I left. Also, I just realized I didn't even eat anything. All that preparation stuff I was talking about, and then I forgot about half of it. What would I want to use? Something that gives me extra chance to resist stuns, if there's anything like that. Banana gives you psychometry, that is not useful right now. We definitely want some jerky for extra maximum HP. And... something that doesn't mess me up when I use temporal fugue. Sliced mob cheek. What does it even do? Let's see. Falling damage you take is reduced by 90%. Or whenever you take damage, there's an 8 to 10% chance you jump 3 times in a row, each time at +2 range. That actually might technically be very useful. Whenever you take damage, there's a chance you jump 3 times. Basically being able to get out of harm's way, because it can control where you jump with these. Although it is actually kind of annoying. I'm still gonna do it. Alright. I guess I'm just gonna face these clowns myself. Maybe in this alternate timeline we will be able to save the Barathromites. Oh, this is not looking good. Well, I'm gonna use Bubble, so hopefully the Concussive Blast cannot hit me. And then I'm just going to Laser Beam this guy, I think. I could use Temporal Fugue. I'm gonna use Temporal Fugue here. And then I'm gonna tell each and every single one of my clones to go and attack that guy. I'm hoping they're just gonna laser him to death very, very efficiently and quickly, rather than doing anything else. Tell each one of you to just attack. And I'm probably just gonna stay here and wait. Okay, some lasers were fired. Some of them also frozen. You can get frozen. Also, you're destroying the wall because you're trying to get to the dude. Let me take a step aside. And one of you is getting slowed. Actually, let me have you attack this guy. Okay, you shot the disc. Right, you have the geomagnetic disc equipped, which I suppose makes sense. It's just not nearly as good as the lasers. I mean, they're just freezing absolutely everything in sight. With horrendous accuracy, I might add. You can see why I'm not allowing AI control characters to get these items. They just shoot indiscriminately of what else might be caught in the crossfire. The dervish just jumped to the northwest, I think. How are you looking? You're fine. Okay, now you guys are finally starting to use the lasers, which is good. Maybe I should have unequipped the freeze ray before doing anything. Shook off confusion. What confused you? Okay, this guy is not taking much damage from the lasers, but he is also not throwing them back, which is good news. And he continuously appears to stay frozen, which is also good news. As are some of my buddies that just keep freezing themselves because they're just not smart enough. Oh, there go my buddies. How much damage did he manage to do? Lightly damaged. You know, that's actually pretty solid. Laser. I don't even penetrate his armor for the most part. I could immediately temporal fugue again. Can I sound your mind? I'm pretty sure not, because it's a mech. I'm gonna try anyways. No. It doesn't work. Lasers. 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 You know, if I want a temporal fugue again, I should do this now instead of later. Why are you guys not attacking? Do I really have to just tell each and every one of you to attack this thing? I think I do. I think the AI is not smart enough to recognize that these are enemies that need to be removed, even though we are kind of far away from them. Or maybe the AI only engages in combat once we are a certain distance close enough. The thing is, I don't want to get closer because I might get a concussive force that stuns me for too many turns and I might just die. I doubt that would happen, but in my mind it's a real possibility. You also go and attack. You also go and attack. I didn't actually think the event would start until I get to this screen here, but apparently just teleporting to Ezra did the trick as well. You are overburdened because you guys are just disabling your own spheres of negative weight because you're a dingus and hit each other. But at least you're dealing a good chunk of damage to this guy and he seems to be unable to do anything. Honestly, as much as I lamented it initially that they just keep using the freeze ray, he seems to be functionally unable to do anything. Okay, he just lasered one of them for 58 damage. Alright, you're shooting that thing somewhere. I think there was an X previously where it lands. But I don't see the X right now. Wow. He also jumped into close vicinity. You know what? Sure. Toasting him seems like an interesting idea. I'm gonna join in on that. Gonna laser him as well. He is badly damaged at this point. Aha! Defeat High Mecha Dustafall. You know, but despised by Crackmensch. Consortium fighter likes us even more. And here's the pilot. Gunner Knight Templar. He is no match for me to just sunder his mind in a very simple way. Anyways, did you drop anything? There's a pilot seat. This is the pilot seat I snatched from this event here in order to get an additional friend up the spindle. So I'm actually gonna fight the fire here. I don't know if this really matters. I'm gonna go back and get more annoyed that my golems are not joining me. Give me a moment. I'm pretty sure these guys are just... If I tell you to come along... Yeah, they are attached to the other golem. That's so weird. Oh, it's really unfortunate that the defensive golem is the one that is like that. I don't want to take him with me because Barathrum is in there and the golems have not much HP, no real defense to speak of. So where did the dervish go? Oh, there's another new father over there. You very dead. I try to find whether the dervish is dead or what happened. There's a bunch of bloody corpses everywhere, I guess. It's reasonably likely that one of my clones just knocked him out. Okay, that's fine. In this case, I don't know if... Well, the golem getting killed somehow caused the game to crash, so we're gonna save and quit just to save the current status. Not here to save scum it, just trying to not lose progress if the game crashes again. We're gonna call a pilot the ape god golem. We tell Mumblemouth golem to stay here, and the other golem will automatically stay there. I didn't realize the other golems were attached to our main golem. I had no idea. Okay. There is another Knight Templar. A bunch of bloody corpses everywhere. Let me just shank you. Goodbye. Are we cleaved? No, we're fine. There's more of these guys. What are you? You look a bit different. Implanted Gun and Knight Templar. He has wilderness lore for the ruins. They might have just called them in from all over the place. There's a mech over there. Just gonna wait around the corner so I can hit him in melee. Cause... oh, this guy can jump. That reminds me. I should also have the ability to jump. Or juke. Wow, that's a lot of damage. I'm gonna sprint close to you, but you do not appear to be a melee guy. Time dilation. I'm frozen. But this is why we give all of our buddies some blaze injectors. Then we are also gonna eat one of the poor berries. Take a step aside. Hit this guy. Hit him again. Shank. How are you looking? Fine, apparently. I have significantly more quickness than he does right now because he's time dilated. I also have a bit of cover. I'm on fire, but I also currently have fire resistance. Thanks to the thing. Shank you again. You're frozen solid. My thing look. You're marked. Okay. Find another blaze injector. Basically, right now, I think I don't wanna. Oh, I got him. Did you also drop a pilot seat? You did. Okay. This guy with his freeze gun is really annoying. Gonna wait until he comes by. There we go. Got him. So you have grenade launchers. We're out of it. Freeze grenade Mark III. Can't use this as the golem, right? You can't, yeah, you need to have all gigantic equipment to be able to equip these. Flashbang, phase shift grenades. Oh, and there's another legendary one, of course. This is Queguste. Hastigate. Is this one of the big ones? It might be. Maybe I should heal up before I engage. I can take this guy out, no problem. Gonna just hide behind here, eat one urberry. I will probably want to go outside and give this guy more urberries too. Gonna wait until he comes around the corner, thanks to having an amazing sense of smell on the snapjuggle on, so we can see exactly where this clown is. Oh, did you just... oh, I'm terrified, that's not good. Don't have a reasonable way to check this off. I'm activating time dilation. Trying to not run away. he knocked me prone. Thank you. He also shamed me, hobbling you. Hobble actually would also count for the shank debuffs, doesn't it? Just gonna keep hitting you. Wounded. You have finished a step. Yes, okay. Good job, Snappy Golden God. Get a bunch of reputation. Still a terrified, but managed to knock him out. This is true bravery. I think that's how that goes, doesn't it? Grab the credit card wedge. And grab a new ontological anchor in case we need one. You know what, actually, this doesn't have battery in it, does it? Yeah, he didn't even have a battery in this thing. Having an ontological anchor actually sounds like a good deal to me. Let's eat an urberry. I'm also exiting the pilot seat real quick. And the game crashed again. Come on. Somehow me exiting the golem seems to crash the game. Well, I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. I didn't even take the golems with me this time, I just went over here by myself. I wanted to have the extra layer of protection by wielding a golem so I can explore what the heck is happening instead of running into the big mean thing blindly, but this might not be an option currently, unfortunately. I phased. Okay. You cannot hit me because I'm phased, dude. You just phased me yourself. I'm confused. Well, that's nothing new, I guess. Shock of confusion, stop doing that please, there's one more guy. And he's good. Alrighty. I'm still gonna try one more time. I guess I'm just gonna save and quit every single time. This took me longer to do this time because I don't have particularly great like physical combat capabilities. Let me see, I wanna enter the Golem God. Let's see what happens if I just enter the pilot seat and then we exit again. Okay, this time it was fine. Good news, it's not automatically broken. Man, for all the awesome parts about this game, this is certainly a very unfortunate one that seems to have broken, and I don't even know how I broke it, otherwise I would know how to avoid it in the future, I guess. Maybe it's because I randomly got another snapshot golem recruited. Okay, I kind of don't want to save and quit here in case exiting the golem now could be a problem. Let's take one step to the right and see what we find. Okay, there's another mecha up here. Two other creatures on the southeast. These seems to be trees. Let's activate sprint and time dilation. So this guy has negative quickness and cannot shoot me too much because oh my goodness does he hit like a truck. Hobble. So you have a debuff. Should also... Well, actually you don't bleed. You're leaking, leaking and leaking. Shank. And then deal 7 damage. It's pretty good. Keep hitting you. The higher your ability, I think the more simultaneous bleeds, or in this case leaks, you can have on the enemy. 123 damage. Okay, this guy was... Well, I did him significantly more efficient this time. Here's a short version. That guy is very dead. My Children Rot is a book he had here. What the heck, dude? There's also an Earthship corpse. Actually, that might have been from the Earthship. Let's wait until we're healed. Waiting takes a long time here for some reason, and I don't know why. Anyways, let's see whether we find any others. We should be able to smell... Aha. I didn't smell you, so you don't exist. Well, that's not true. You still has the capability of attacking me. Let's rush towards the phylactery squire here. He appears to be moving faster than me. I should be slightly faster than him because I have extra 10 quickness. Okay. Alright, that Wraith Knight is done. Seems like this area here is clear. I'm gonna save once again. I apologize for this, by the way. It's not much I can do, I feel. Alright. We see a weird squid thing. What are you? You're hostile. It's just a random plasma jelly here. Odd, but okay. Gonna time dilation. We done. Oh, right. Hobble. Shank. He's dead. And I'm coated in plasma now. Not good. Because now my defenses are... negative. Negative of a lot. That's not good. That's not even remotely good. Can I clean? Okay, I cleaned as much as I could. Let's see, just some random flies to do with, that's it. Alright, if we get hit by any elemental attack, we are just toast here. Because coated in plasma does not let up for a while. Just gonna wait like 20 rounds, another 20 rounds. I'm curious. How long does coated in plasma last? Alrighty. Gas level 800 per turn, divided evenly into adjacent squares. Okay, the flies are somehow attacking trees for some reason. The thing just tells me about gas damage, but the coated in... oh, coated in plasma debuff went away. Okay. I thought it was gonna take forever. There's another mecha over here. Well, I can smell you. Alright, we're gonna activate time dilation. Gonna hobble you. Hit you once for extra leaks. Shank. 109 damage. This one is Temple Mecha IA. Quantum mode cracked. That's kinda rude. How did he do that though? That's impressive. I guess this guy has the ability to just crack any of your armor, but the only armor we have equipped on this guy is quantum mode. Knocked prone. Huh. You stand up. Hobble. Oh, I meant to hobble and then the attack otherwise. Cleave times 4. It's a lot of cleaving you're doing, buddy. You're damaged. For what it's worth. Okay, he runs away. He does appear to be more of a melee guy. Considering he has machine edge and kick. I guess the edges must be like a axe type blade. Oh, he charges at me, that's why he was backed off. Shank. Hit you one more time, you're badly damaged. So am I. Knocked prone. Let's eat an Urberry. Health drop below 40% again. Let's hit him once. My goodness, 63 damage. Let's use a force bubble. Push you away. Should have done that earlier. Eat. Unlike your machines, my machine can eat and heal itself back to full in 3 turns. Then we disable the force bubble to be able to go into melee again. He'd run away again. I'll sprint after you, dude. Hobble. Missed. Shanks. There you go, got him. Now just the one that remains. Now we turn off the fire. Excuse me, we tried to turn off the fire. What the heck? Force bubble. Trying to turn off the fire. Eat another urberry. And wait, is this a domesticated chitinous plume, huh? Yeah, I figured. I'm friendly with cats. Why did you bring your pet with you? Oh, you put a gentling mask on this poor guy? I think gentling mask is kind of like the concept of putting a dominating crown on somebody. They become... What the heck, dude? What do you even have equipped? Flamethrower. Rude. But yeah, that's kind of what I understand the thing to be. I did actually copy the save over to a separate save file from before, in case I needed to take any screenshots. But I suppose, if absolutely necessary, I would be able to use it as a backup in case I permanently muck up the thing. Why did you stasis field yourself? He must have tried to throw a grenade and failed horribly. There are stasis grenades in this game. Okay. Sprint. Oh, he just knocked himself out with Rejoinder. There's another one of these guys. Gelbelda Ozagild. I don't think... Oh, you terrified me apparently. Gonna just run away in the meantime. Activate the force bubble. Oh boy, there he is. There it is. Kick, or whatever you wanna call this. Starburst ejecta rains down in burning ribbons, and your body is nearly negated into nothing by the unutterable moans of the early universe. Starformed Ehalcodon descends to the west. That's the consequence of our actions. That's the dude that arrived because we killed all of the other girsh Nephilim. Otherwise, theirs would just be one of the random girsh Nephilim that arrived. Okay, I'm terrified and shamed. My golem keeps involuntarily trying to run away. I only press down, but my golem keeps running back away. I'm still terrified. And shamed. And you just immediately shamed me again, or terrified me again. Your cooldown is shorter than my ability to do anything about this. That is very inconvenient, I will say. Like, I'm not even trying to run away. My dude is just running away. Let me time dilation here. Trying to move closer. Sprint. I will eventually get to you. Hobble. Shank. Stunned. Who's stunned? Mate save was stunned. Well, I must be stunned because I don't have the ability to stun. Let's see. Slams into you with her full rate Aegis. Oh, you are a shield user, of course. Shield users can stun you if they block their attack, your attack with a shield. So, if we hit the shield and it doesn't penetrate through their armor sufficiently, that's what happens. You have finished the defeat Gebelda Ozagild, Knight Commander of the Holy Temple in the quest reclamation. Alright. You're not disliked by swine again. Wow. Oddly fitting for these guys to be in cahoots with the swine. Alright, we have one more dude to do. I'm gonna activate force bubble. And there we go, he's done. Because otherwise he would have just shot grenades, but if you force bubble, they have absolutely no idea what to do about that. Okay, I'm gonna risk it, save and quit here to save. We're going back down and try to go to the west. That is currently my main objective. I will want to give my golem friend here a few more berries. I have no idea what the big guy can do. Hi! I didn't expect you to be right here. I thought it was west of the spindle, not west of where I was. That's not good. Because you're gonna kill my other golems that I parked here for safety. That is really not good. A creature of immensity mounts the upper eyeline and radiates godlight. Haunches dusted with spindle glitter support a creature shape-sketched into being by the sentient background radiation of this plane, and wide, banded wings are etched to a soar on stellar winds. Finally, Iristio light churning under the Curtix glass skin is refracted to the metaspectrum of impossibility and spills out the body in corner spirals. Aha, it says very tough, but that's very tough compared to a level 50 creature that I'm controlling in the golem right now. We need to sprint to increase our quickness so we get out of this beam. And I have the slight suspicion our other golem is going to be in big trouble too. Yeah, he is not smart enough to dodge that attack. Oh goodness. Which golem is this? That is Mumblemouth. He can't hear me. Oh, I don't have... Ah, no. There's Barathrum in there. I would prefer if he didn't die. You just duplicated. Uh-oh. Wait, are those regular duplications? Can I tell you to come? Nope. This must have been the worst location to do this with. You guys... Space-time vortex. I can't do that at this distance. It has like a 5 tiles radius. Well, I'm sprinting closer. There's a lot of girsh that are gonna be spawned there. Holy crap. Prism crash. I was gonna run away until his duplicates wore off, but I'm not even sure he uses regular temporal duplicates. Okay. This is such a problem. Well, bar don't ubu. I wish I could. I'm gonna inject. Because now I have the ability to tell you to come. This is a snappy golem god. I'm gonna teleport to the other side so I have sight of the other guys. And there's Barathrum. I was not able to get over there in time. Come with me. These kings are also flying. This is not something I even accounted for. Come with me. Where is Bardo? Bardo must be under one of these guys. They're flying. That's a banana tree below this guy. There's some sap below this one. Oh, is this the big one? No, all of them are the big ones. Pooled object? What do you mean? pooled object. Anyways, where's Bardo? So how are you doing? You're in perfect health for now. Did I already tell you to come? Because we're gonna take one step to the south here. Where's Bardo, dudes? He was somewhere around here earlier. Unfortunately, I can't tell where he is now. I should be able to see him with my psychic sensitivity. Well, time to engage in chaos. Here we go, temporal fugue. And Barathrum is gonna die. No. Well. I don't feel like there's anything I can do. I may take one step south. No, I can't. Because otherwise I will abandon this site. I can quicken mind. Temporal fugue is back online. This is not what I needed. I wanted to teleport back online. So I could teleport to the side. I don't have an extra teleport anywhere else, do I? Why did I pick these up? Oh! Time cube! Activated! You're filled with true vision. 1 day rotation. I have a time cube. Which one is me? This one. I forgot. Maybe I can save him. I took one step northwest. Took another one. It seems that the time cube does work on these. Prison crash. One hit and it's dead. I think I should try to destroy these as quick as I can. Which does mean we're going to step here. Take 3 turns of being exhausted. With this integration. Oh, I activated the jump. Where's Bardo? Bardo, you dingus. I get 2 free jumps after I take damage, 10 to 15. 3 jumps. 4 jumps. Maybe it activated twice. I'm too exhausted to act. Your companion Barathrum died. He was killed by Starformed Ehalcodon. You're too exhausted to act. Try to save you, friend. Temporal fugue again. Oh, shoot! I was able to jump. I'm too exhausted to act. I can jump. I can jump away. May not jump more than 4 squares. I do not want to be in melee with these guys. Okay, gonna move again. I'm sorry, Barathrum. I failed you. Yet, maybe you will be happy to know that what you originally set out to do might be accomplished if we win here. Ah, it's a big if. Let me try temporal fugue again. A normality lattice prevents altering space-time. I'm astrally burdened. 45% chance of success. Oh no. I'm gonna first of all eat an urberry. Some of these attacked me. I seem to have taken the attack surprisingly well. Eat 100 HP. Also, I should be overburdened too, shouldn't I? Because I'm astrally burdened, so my weight is, yeah, way too much. I cannot move right now. Predictably so. Where's Bardo? Oh, I did not account for them to be flying at all, to be completely honest. Bardo! I don't want to leave you behind. 3 rounds until teleport is active. Can I activate this second cube? I can. I'm overburdened and astrally burdened. Guess I'm gonna laser the closest enemy. There's an Urberry here. I think this is where the golem died. Bardo! We need to get out of here for now, until they stop being multiples. I'm sundering this guy's mind. Oh, and nothing else happens. Because the cube is just one round. Oh, he reflex laser too, of course. Of course. The horse, of course. Temporal fugue, yes, do it anyways. Now, temporal fugue, I can try again. Oh, I can jump, because I took 3 hits. Cannot jump more than 4 squares. Bardo! In my panic, I probably just entirely missed where he jumped out to instead. I'm dazed. 40% chance. Okay, temporal fugue again. Succeeded. I'm still astrally burdened. I've teleported in 3 runs. I'm gonna force bubble. Yes. Ouch. Didn't work. But I can jump thanks to it. You can't jump over Moth 2. I can jump here though. I get 4 jumps for free. I didn't even think about that part anymore. Alright. I'm gonna eat another Urberry. I'm not looking forward to these guys all unleashing that laser at the same time. Then again, I'm happy that he unleashed his laser before he duplicated himself. I would need to drop all the spheres of a negative weight. Wait, I'm no longer astrally burdened? No, I am. 309 out of 392 pounds. Well, if I dropped these, my weight currently says I should be able to move actually. Oh, I can now. Weird. Despite still being astrally burdened. I'm gonna run to the east exit so we can regroup. Oh, I didn't realize I would need to be able to fly. And I can't leave either. Bardo, there you are, you dingus! Oh my goodness. How did he get over there? We need to leave for now. Actually, I still have the time cube active, don't I? My cooldowns are not going down. Okay, time cube is off. My clones are fighting. Well, a bunch of them are confused, I guess. Taking a step northeast. No sound effects are happening at this point anymore. Deep God Golem is still alive for now. Taking another step east. With a bit of luck, my clones are going to be able to attack at least the correct one somewhere. Actually, you know what I just realized? It is entirely possible that all of these are real. Because that feels like the kind of challenge this game would throw at you. At the end of, well, you have proven that you can take down the girsh Nephilim. What can we do in order to make it more difficult? I know, have a boss duplicate himself on top of inheriting all the girsh Nephilim's power. Okay, one of them teleported back to me. Ehalcodon reflects the energy beam. Do I even want... The problem is I don't know where Ubu is. She should be able to teleport over here. Do I even want to regroup here? I think I do. Okay. Where am I? Which one am I? I'm this one. Okay, Ubu is here. Guys, turn off the stupid AoE things. I'm gonna... So since these things are flying, there's no point in bringing Bardo and Ubu along. I'm just hoping the golem is following me over here. You clowns, I cannot move. Consequences of my own actions and such. Which one am I? This one. I cannot move, you clowns. Yeah. I would need to tell each and every single one of them to not use the barrier. Unless I want to just phase through them. Speaking of phase, I was wondering initially whether that could work too, but I'm pretty sure the boss is omni-phase. Oh. I cannot move back to the west. I hear a rumbling. I cannot move back to the west because of all the stupid force bubbles, my clones. Your companion Oboroqoru died. He died of poison from Starformed Ehalcodon. No. I need to fade. I can't move. I'm gonna go west. I'm gonna go west again. Jeez. Ubu, you were supposed to stay in the previous screen. I'm teleporting to the other side here. So did all of the stupid clones. Ubu, you stay here. Oh my goodness, Bardo is on the other side still. Ah. I wish your clones were smarter. But you can't tell temporal few clones to not use abilities and they remember it. You would have to tell them every single time. Although I suppose this is the one time this feels like it would be worth to do. Okay, half of the clones disappeared. Bardo. Move over here. I will have to tackle these myself, I guess. Somehow. Okay, there's a lot of girsh here. Prism girshling. Don't even know what these things do. Gonna sunder your mind. It's where he did. Quicken mind, sunder this guy's mind. Laser the next one. Okay, I can just laser them, I don't have to sunder their mind. I'm gonna go back over here, wait until my sunder mind is back online. Laser this one. Oh, I hit another guy. And another one. And another one. Lasers are pretty strong if they're not reflected all the dang time. Can I hit that one? No. Alright, there's the big guy. Let's try to sunder his mind. That does in fact work. It's hostile and impossible. If I can sunder your mind, it might not be impossible. You feel overwhelming springiness inside? Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I got the ability to jump because I'm taking damage from nosebleed. I didn't mean to move! Ah! Quicken mind. Temporal fugue. Okay. So here's what we do. We tell each one of these guys to not use Force Bubble, which is T. Force Bubble forbidden. UT. Force Bubble forbidden. UT. Force Bubble forbidden. UT. We can do this because we have telepathy. If we didn't have telepathy, each one of these commands I think would take some minor amount of in-game time, but effectively still allow other enemies to act. But this functionally takes absolutely no in-game time, so... Then... Attack. This thing. You. Attack. This thing. I'm hoping that they use Sundermind and channel the entire way through. Attack this thing. Attack this thing. I might want to keep one or two of them. Well, I guess I can always redirect them over to some girsh that I see. I only have 7 laser charges and they don't recharge particularly fast. So I'd rather have my clones do that. Oh, one of them attacked in the meantime. That's weird. You attack. I thought it took 0 time. Maybe it takes just like 1 in-game time tick. Alright, I'm gonna head to the east. And take another step to the east. Oh yeah, the tri-hologram bracelet. I entirely forgot that would be an option. We also should try to get close to it in order to shame it, so it has less mental armor on top of it. Prison Gershlings are stunned. Hey! This idea actually works out. Oh, you're hitting me. Thanks to having almost 200 movement speed, despite this guy having extra quickness, we should be able to make it out of these. I'm going to just take another step. Kind of like before, I want to move instead of doing anything else before he fires, otherwise he might get a second laser beam immediately. Taking another step. Even though I could theoretically act. Now I will allow myself to act here. So, we're gonna actually finally start using this tri-hologram bracelet. Putting clones here that the enemies hopefully will try to attack. They actually need to pass an intelligence check in order to be able to attack this thing. Alright, this one is me. I'm gonna sprint actually towards it. And unfortunately I have not memorized which one is the other guy. I think you're gonna make many crashes again. Okay, we'd see actually which one is the real guy. In fact, he's even shamed by this guy here, I think. Good job, buddy. Well, I think I wanna actually use the unusual move of targeting this guy. It's hostile and still in perfect condition. Let's toast the area for at least a little bit of extra damage. Okay, they're also confused. Oh yeah, confusion also reduces their mental armor, so Sundermind should deal extra damage on top of it. That is a fantastic idea, my dear clones. My goodness. It is not currently... Okay, I'm gonna sunder its mind then. Oh, it's already locked in psychic battle. Never mind, I'm not gonna do that. Made safe versus stun. Who could stun here? Okay, I'm gonna freeze the Gershlings here. Actually, I should follow suit on the example there, throw my metamorphic disc to just keep the Gershlings stunned forever. Oh, the safest stun is from the Gershling, that's why. Alright. Oh, I'm targeting a different guy now. I trust you guys are still attacking this thing. Taking one step at a time. My clones are just fighting his clones at this point. And a ton of little girsh guys, for what it's worth. I'm, by the way, up here, just moving over to the east. Because I think most of the enemies should try to focus me, because I'm the first enemy they should see. Well, at least theoretically. So I'm just kind of luring the bulk of these clowns away. Unfortunately, I have no concept as to which one is the real guy anymore, so we are just playing Ring Around the Rosie, going around here. Okay, there's another one. I'm gonna go back to the right, down here. I assume my clone should not be confused who the real guy is and should still be trying to attack him to the best of their ability. They still are. Okay, that's fantastic news. You're fine. Actually, that means we already dealt enough damage to reduce you by 50%. That's technically a third of HP gone, guaranteed. I'm gonna tell you to attack this girsh crest. Oh, it teleported. That's inconvenient. I can't toast it, right? Okay, I cannot toast it. Can I toast here? I can. This should take care of the girsh crush. So we're not gonna get overwhelming amounts of little girshling. I mean, we still might. Anyways, which one's the real one, guys? Still this one. Are you locked in psychic battle still, or...? No. It's my turn. 165 damage per round, thanks to being confused and shamed. The main danger is this guy is walking towards me. I think I can phase... Wait, you're omniphase. It doesn't matter if I phase or not. Actually, I can bubble. Unfortunately, this does mean I lost my Sunder Mind. Okay, we have a 1 in 3 chance to get Sunder Mind back online. Yes, okay. Where did the guy go? Oh no, I lost him. There you are. Okay. Sunder Mind again. 153 damage. 139 damage. I'm just spending turns waiting. 148 damage. Waiting one more round. 150 damage. 137. Keep in mind that cumulative damage is dealt again at the end, as long as I manage to channel the entire way through. 141 damage. I take 1 damage from Nosebleed, and the game tries to tell me I can jump now. 145 damage. 139 damage. I don't want to jump. 138 damage. 1,290 damage on this thing. Times 2. Thanks to his Sunder Mind. That was a strong round. It's still fine. Okay, it is, however, just using temporal fugue clones for what it's worth. Speaking of which, I will be able to use those again as well in just a moment. Oh. Oh, all of them are lasering, aren't they? Well, I have no more friends in this area here. You know what that means? I'm gonna sprint to the other screen. Maybe it's only the real... No, actually that is a clone that is using this. Yeah. I figure all of them are gonna do this. There's not a whole lot that's gonna survive that onslaught, especially not AI control clones. I figured it would actually laser the entire way through, so my best move is I think to just leave the screen and hope they don't hit across the screens. Thanks to my really good movement speed, I should be able to do this without too much trouble. I'm all the way over here, going 1 northeast. Yeah, I figured actually the thing would come off cooldown before the clones wear off. I hope the clones wear off before they get to... Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Right, I forgot about this part. So my clones are still on the left side because I'm in a force cage and they don't have enough area to spawn around me. I'm just gonna spend a few turns here waiting till my Sunder Mine comes back online. We'll get through this, Bardo. We're gonna see a star sheep. Well, not really. Right. Gonna wait until Sprint comes back online as well. Then we take a step back to the left. Alright, is this the big guy or is this a clone? It's rubble. Great. I think that's the real guy. Yeah, I think that's the real guy because all the others are gone. Okay. Cancelling Force Bubble. Temporal Fugue. Then we tell each one of you clones ability to use Force Bubble. Not allowed. One of you. You're not allowed to use it. You're not allowed to use Force Bubble. You're not allowed to use Force Bubble because you guys are just not smart enough to use that efficiently without accidentally murdering me. Use. 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 Okay. Then I'm also once again telling each one of those guys to attack the big one with all their might. They already confused him, so that's good news. And I think the girsh are already stunned too. Okay, at least the morphogenetic disc is good for crowd control like that. I was worried that I was gonna get overrun by little girshling because I just do not have a good way of dealing with massive amounts of little guys. Well, aside from Toast. But if they survive the toast, then I would be a set toast. Anyways, this is me. I'm gonna take a step northwest. Take another step west. Alright, they are doing a lot of work here. Where is the guy? Right here. You're in perfect condition. How much did you heal? Anyways. I'm gonna Force Bubble. And target you, so we can see when you're not locked in psychic battle. Although I guess it doesn't show me anyways. Also, for some reason I cannot scroll down this list. The game doesn't let me. If you know how to scroll down, I would be curious. Actually, I can scroll down here. Yeah, locked in psychic battle. And terrified. Well, I would be too. Of you, however. Shook off the confusion. You know what? I can add to the confusion. Where is confuse? There you go. I'm so... I feel like it recovered all its health after I left. So I think I have to stay inside the battlefield. Ah, you dinguses. I think I'll have to stay inside the battlefield. I'm just gonna wait until 591 damage. Very good. I'm pretty sure when you switch screens, this guy recovers all health. Which is a fair trait to have. Kinda rude. Please shake off the... Can I get more skills for shaking off things? I already have that. Oh my goodness. Anything else I can get? Can add long strider for additional sprint distance, I guess. Could also get spicer finally for cooking with 3 items at a time. It's not like I'm gonna cook. Maybe here. The chance to block with a shield increased to 75%. Probably should have gotten that a while ago. And swift blocking. Block an additional attack per round per shield. And shield stack. Yeah, actually, let's do that. So my big shield can block 2 things per round. I'm very confused right now. At least I'm not the target of these attacks. And he's gonna copy himself. Wait, am I not confused? I'm not confused anymore. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna cancel my force bubble. Righty. Are you still in psychic battle? I think you just got off, so I'm gonna sunder your mind. In the meantime, now we're gonna duplicate. Maybe you duplicate, maybe you don't because you're confused. Wait another round, wait one more round. No jumping. Wait another round. Okay, I lost sight of Ehalcodon. I did manage to land, I think, the full... No. I did not land the full blast. Where is the guy? Oh, it's over there. He's fine. Okay, so we already dealt a good chunk of damage again. The problem is going to be to survive his clones. Naturally. Going down west. You know, I'm going to unequip my blaster, because this is not good. Either you fire them or you toast them, but don't try both, please. Do I have a different gun? This would be the time to use a different gun, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna wait until my Thundermind is back online, I guess. Although I think he's already locked in Psychic Battle and somehow doesn't make clones this time. Shook off the confusion. Should have confusion ready. Haven't used it in a while. Gonna play support for my minions now. Oh, and he lasers again. He didn't duplicate at all. Okay, Thundermind is back online soon. Gonna once again just choose to move instead of doing anything else. He's not lasering? Move again. Move one more time. There's the lasers. Take one step to the east. Looks like most of my clones are smart enough to step outside. This guy even teleported. Nice. Okay, and I'm not getting attacked, so he's wounded already. Let's use Thundermind here. It's already locked in Psychic Battle, never mind. Are you shamed? Are you confused? Can I help out with that? Look at... Also, we can take a look at show effects. Irresistible molting. That doesn't show me. Oh wait, this is the second page. Molting beams of prismatic light. Oh, that's what you do. Fair. I'm gonna force bubble. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't force bubble before the enemies try to target me. At least this kind of shows me that I survived these lasers reasonably well. Anyways. Still in Psychic Battle. Right? Or did it just complete? Wait, chat? What does it say when I chat with it, or try to chat with it? You sense only hostility from him. Oh, probably because I have telepathy. Locked in psychic battle, yeah, we just wait another round. And one more round until I can toast again. It is no longer confused currently. I should have my confusion. Not back yet. But might as well continue toasting you. I'm surprised my clones are lasting this crazy long too. Well, if we defeat this thing, at least we can say the ape god bought us valuable time to regroup and get back to it after we lost a valuable companion. So he was the one holding the door. Uh-oh, temporal fugue. Okay. Use. No bubble. Use. No bubble. Use. No bubble. Use. No bubble. I think this should be the last time you have to do this. Use. No bubble. I'm very surprised this guy is not duplicating himself again. Like, I feel like I either survived enough duplications and the game says, okay, you only can do this 3 times or something. Or I bug something out, which I feel like is equally likely. Anyways, we sunder his mind. He's already locked in psychic battle. Okay. I don't even get the killing blow, I guess. Okay, taking 1 step southwest. Another 1 step west. Which one is me? This guy. I'm gonna go southwest. Just keep moving in a slight circle. So if he uses lasers, we're not all grouped up in one location. Also, why am I no longer targeting you? Target. Badly wounded. Already locked in psychic battle. You're no longer shamed. Ha! I can shame you with my words first. So you have like 4 less mental armor? Berate. Okay. We lost Barathrum and we lost the Ape God. Because they just happened to attack in the exact wrong place. Also, I guess the Earl of Omontorch used to be here at some point. You have finished the step B slouching of the quest reclamation. The sphere of light in the court of Ehalcodon radiates away. You feel it absorbed elsewhere. Defeat all 7 girsh Nephilim in a single playthrough is the achievement I just got. So it says it's absorbed elsewhere. Which means for the world this is over, but for us, for the world there's still something looming somewhere. But for us, we have completed our endeavors. Ah, I'm so sad. And glad actually, I actually survived this somehow. Grants you quantum fugue. Level 10. I thought temporal fugue looked a little bit weird. What is quantum fugue? Which one is this? Honestly, my build feels like it was really well suited for fighting this thing somehow. Alrighty, Ehalcodon. I have gained the ability Quantum Fugue. You quickly pass back and forth through time, creating multiple copies of yourself. 11 copies for 42 rounds, as opposed to Temporal Fugue. 11 copies for 42 rounds. I guess you just have both. Does that mean my duplicates can duplicate as well? Don't think they will, but I think that should be what it means. Anyways, it's a damaged other pearl. Can I repair it? Yeah. Okay. Circle of light in the court of Irmadon. Ah, I'm so sad Ape God died. And Barathrum too. With Barathrum dead, we're gonna actually miss out on quite a bit of story. I will probably try to summarize as to what happens in the story. But it turns out in the end, it's just our same buddies that have accompanied us from the very beginning. It's almost poetic in a sense. Bardo and Ubu still somehow alive. Well, we're not done yet. We have defeated the slouching beast. We just need to defeat the father somewhere around here. Alrighty. Well, Psychic Invaders felt like the biggest danger every time. I guess a mental mutation build is incredibly powerful, but of course, consequently, the enemies we tend to face are also really strong. Alrighty. Bardo and Ubu, you take care of the mech over here. Believe this guy can also stun us. Yeah, there's a temple mech IB. It's a mecha power core full. There's also this thing here, we've seen this one before. This runs us over. There's also a clone of Saad Ames. I'm gonna sunder his mind immediately because he's pretty strong. But we can take him out, no problem. At the distance. Alright, Bardo and Ubu are immediately going to charge this guy. Do you see how many times Ubu attacks? Every time the character sprite moves in the enemy's direction, that's how many attacks she gets. And Bardo too. They are incredibly strong offensively against regular enemies. Okay, I think this is the last guy. Grand New Father, Gaxivis. I'm gonna laser him from here because I can. Okay, laser doesn't have perfect accuracy at this distance. Oh no, it does. You finished the step. Defeat Grandfather Gaxivis in the quest reclamation. And we have completed the quest reclamation. We are not locked by the snapshot. It's almost poetic. Okay, we're gonna clean up this place here. Bardo, there's not a whole lot of pieces left on this robot, is there? My goodness. Yeah, there's the guy. He attacked me once and never again. Well, we're gonna sunder your mind. Quicken mind, sunder your mind. There's still the domesticated Galgal and the random other robot left. You go get this one, you go get this one. Ubu is faster, so I sent her to the enemy that is further away. Okay, that guy is just dashing across Bardo. But Bardo just doesn't care. Gonna... Oh, he got knocked prone and dazed. Actually, it took quite a bit. Oh no! We actually haven't seen one of these until now. Ubu, come over here, please. Actually, Ubu, attack the Galgal too. Help Bardo out a little. Okay. So, remember the sand krakens? Basically, they make a little circle in front of them and attack. And it's an insta-kill. I don't know if the Star Kraken is an insta-kill. I think it is. So we need to get Ubu away from there. Sundermind refreshes. I'm going to sunder this thing's mine. So, fun fact, the first time I even encountered one of these things, it was on the moon stair in my previous playthrough. I had no idea of the danger, and in my usual fashion, I just walked up to it and dominated its mind. I'd like to point out, if I didn't dominate its mind, I would have been straight up dead, and then I attacked one thing with it, and this thing has, like, it's basically Oboroqoru in terms of how strong it is and how many attacks it has. It has like 6 arms, or 5 I guess, and I actually might have more power than Oboroqoru. This thing is absolutely absurd if it just regular attacks. I don't know if it actually does regular attacks. I think Ubu has absolutely insane defenses, and she just shrugged off that attack as if it was nothing. Yeah. Okay, is that good? You're wounded! What? I didn't pay attention to this at all. Let me sprint over to Bardo and apply a self-injector. No, 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 not to myself. No, Bardo, back. Can't lose you on the last stretch here. That would be horrible. Ubu, get this thing. Laser this thing too. My goodness. I don't want a temporal fugue, they're gonna mess up things. I'm gonna laser this guy. Laser him again. Oh my god. Here's what I do, I teleport over here. Switch screens. Yeah. You know, it was... I wasn't happy when Oboroqoru died, and Barathrum too. But I got really invested in Bardo right there. I didn't expect the Galgal to just mess him up like this. Like, I thought, ah, it's gonna be fine. No, it wasn't. This was not fine at all. I guess I've never really fought a Galgal properly before. Oh my goodness. Well, let's take care of the Galgal, I guess. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait, Trash Monk? The Trash Abbot, even. Crystal Greatsword. Get paralyzed. Mate save versus stun. I'm gonna laser this thing. Okay. Wow. Holy crap, dudes. I thought we were just defeating the last big guy, but no. The random Galgal they tamed somehow. I guess gentling masks. I don't know where you put a gentling mask on the robot. Anyways. That almost ended Bardo right there. We're okay, we're fine, we're alright. Let me get the pilot seat. And Ubu, you can carry the pilot seat. Okay. Again, I don't think you need pilot seats, but it just feels more appropriate to have a seat for everybody. And we ascend the spindle, because if you remember, that was the ultimate objective. Oh my goodness. But hey, we defeated the big guy. I feel like to put it simple, I don't think I did that right. Why did you have to spawn here? I wonder if it always spawns here, whether it was just bad luck. There's a reasonable chance it always spawns here. Anyways, we need our golems back. I wonder if all of them are able to be recalled. Oh, yeah. We'll recall you. Come over here. We'll recall you. Come over here. Recall you. Okay. Well, we have a spindle to climb, I guess. I have no idea how this is gonna play out. I just assumed you can still do this. Alrighty. Snappy Golem God. Which one is the main guy? I guess the one I recalled first, probably. So if I tell you to stay, are the others gonna stay here too? No, they're coming with me. If I tell you to stay, or come, tell you to stay. The others are coming with me. Come with me. I'm so confused why suddenly, while the other robots were attached to the first one. Hi, wait, you're still alive? That's amazing, dude. How did you do that? Congratulations. Greetings, my viceroy. Sit your rump on a cushion or lie your long back on a cline. Soak in the natural light. Viceroy? That's right. I've released your friends the Spindgrons and appointed you viceroy to oversee their operation. Welcome to court. As for the light, you serve at my pleasure. ... Well, here's the life gate. And we can enter now. This was closed until now. Actually, I should have probably just pointed that out, huh? Alrighty. Shrine to the Great Machine. I should have probably entered this screen with a golem because we can still get invaded, yes, in case you're curious. Alrighty. I guess it's time to climb. Which one do we use? Snappy Golem God. In honor of our ape god. Okay. I like how Bard is already sitting in the seat. Uber. Gimme the pilot seat. Oh. Can I not? I can't trade in here. That's weird. Game didn't initially allow me to. Let's drop the pilot seat right here. Okay. You stay there. Commence the climb. I don't actually know what happens to your golem duplicates. Are they just gonna climb too? Graphene ribbon. Ascend. Are you sure you want to ascend the spindle? We know of no means to descend again. Well, we can just climb back down. The same way we climbed down, right? Ascend. Barafra is not in the golem. Ascend anyway. Well, he's kinda a little bit dead, so yes. Man. The first time I completed to this step here, I thought you had to get a pilot seat, an extra one, in order to take companion with you. And I only got one pilot seat out of the entire dusty array, so I took one companion with me, and she was a mechanimist preacher. Funnily enough, she looked more or less the same as my character, the same model, and she managed to just absolutely be like multi-armed, with cudgels stunning absolutely everything. That was, I didn't do any tinkering. She just stunned everything naturally with multi-armed and extra strength as a thing too, and extra quickness. She was an absolute beast, and it felt kind of appropriate that I would take her with me. In here, we would have Barathrum with us, which, well, with whom we could talk to while we are ascending on the spindle. So, to anybody who's not quite aware, the spindle is the concept of a space elevator. The space elevator is a sci-fi concept where you basically put a really, really long, incredibly durable and strong rope, cable, whatever you want to call it, fiber, out into space, and you use the Earth's rotation for it to, you know, you don't need to hold it up. In fact, you need to hold it down, because the Earth's rotation with the centrifugal force effectively keeps whatever is at the top of the spindle or fiber away from the planet. Is a very fascinating concept, and if we ever had a material strong enough to be able to do that, it is technically, aside from having a material strong enough to actually endure such a ridiculous force to be able to not snap into, would actually be plausible to create. Well, aside from, I guess, the logistic concern where you need to get something up there that you then somehow attach to a long cable at the same time. I have no idea how that part would work. Anyways, in this game here, you would normally get to talk to Barathrum here. And let me actually put something on the screen real quick. In case you want to avoid spoilers, you will know when... Let me go ahead, put random text. Here, okay. So I'm just doing this on the fly because I didn't plan this. Alrighty, I'm gonna have spoilers. As soon as this spoiler tag here disappears, you are fine to just look or listen again, or maybe just kind of fast forward to that point. Alright, spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so what would normally happen here is you talk to Barathrum, and you effectively can kind of coerce him into telling you the truth about what exactly is happening here, because he has not exactly been particularly truthful. The short version is Barathrum has not been entirely truthful, because he was actually the guy that was supposed to cleanse the world of some bad concepts, thoughts. It's a very nebulous concept. We don't actually really know what it refers to. Basically, Barathrum has been living for 1,000 years. He has been alive at the time of Rebecca, if you remember. She was the Sultan Reshef's wife, and Reshef wasn't technically a sultan. He was more of a concept that they invented at the time in order to spin a story around it. They just became the last sultan, for what it's worth, in the history and annals of Cut. This is also the reason why Reshef is so important and can grant you extra experience when you turn in his lore over at the Stilt Grunts. Well, unless the guy died, and you can't do that, and then that doesn't work. Anyways, Barathrum here would basically have an entire mental breakdown, because you just coerce him to tell you the truth, and effectively he confesses to you that the signal here that we received is not necessarily a welcoming signal. It is a signal to tell the area that, well, you are about to get wiped out by the girsh Nephilim again. If you remember, the gyre, the plague, started about 1,000 years ago. And the girsh are kind of the leftover, and then suddenly it disappeared. It disappeared on the notion of Barathrum promising Reshef that he would cleanse the world of the bad thoughts, mantra, behavior, whatever you want to call it. However, he didn't really do that. He didn't manage to do much at all, in fact, from what I can tell. So consequently, Barathrum couldn't really accomplish a whole lot, to my knowledge, and he knows that this signal means the Gyre is gonna get unleashed again, and probably everybody on this planet is doomed to be wiped out. However, here is where our concept comes in. We have taken care of the girsh Nephilim and the Gyre in its entirety. They can't do that anymore, so I don't exactly know what is going to happen, but I assume this will have consequences when we get to meet people up at the top of the spindle. But yeah, in the end, Barathrum here literally just turns into like a little kid mentally, because he just yells out starship, 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 and when you arrive at the top of the spindle, he runs or walks over to a nearby docked starship and departs, just kind of all on his own. And if you are not over there quick enough, realizing what exactly is happening, that he was just heading somewhere, he's just gone. And the starship is also entirely just gone. Alternatively, if you have Barathrum killed, or if you follow him quick enough, you can actually join him, and you just go out into space, leaving the planet of Cut to whatever it is, and we go out into space to whatever is there. That's basically two possible endings. I didn't do that ending. I did another ending that I'm very curious how it's going to play out now. Anyways, that's that part. Because beyond that, I don't really know what exactly it means that we have done, because I've never defeated all the girsh Nephilim, and I try to stay spoiler-free as I can. Let's see. Alrighty, welcome back to those that have joined us again. Let us ascend. I actually don't know how I need to, if I need to do anything. Eject, stand. Look at... I guess I'm gonna sit again. You can't pilot the gun while it is ascending. How long does the ascension take? I don't have Barathrum to entertain me. How are you doing, buddy? Did I ever do the water ritual with you? Yeah, I did. Oh. I don't think I want to attack the golem sites here. That sounds like a terrible idea. Do you want to wait until the ascent is done? Ah, yes, thank you. I would like to. Waiting, might as well like 400 rounds. I completely forgot that just in-game waiting was a thing, rather than real-time waiting. I think this little white dot in the middle is us. Slowly climbing. It's a long climb. I hope we packed enough water. Also, there's only a singular dot right there, so there's a decent chance our golem duplicates are not following us. Okay. Also, this kind of sated my curiosity about the duplicate golems. I don't think they're nearly as good as just having one really strong golem, to be honest. One golem to rule them all. The animation there, though. Normally you say everything in Caves of Cut just go and move on like full tiles each time. This thing just moving on half tiles just looks wrong. Anyways, welcome to the top of the spindle. What is the top of the spindle? That's a good question. You have finished the step, ascent of the quest, we are Starfright. You have completed the quest, we are Starfright. Hey, look, my other golems actually joined. That's fantastic to know, because that means I would be able to take more buddies with me. Anyways. Oh. Bardubu? No? There you guys are. Alright. Come with me. Come with me. Okay. So, Bardo, you got to go into Bardubu. Engage follower to enter into you. Ubu, you get into the Snappy Golem God. Now I'm gonna take the other one. Sorry, the old. Honestly, I feel like it would be kind of appropriate if the other golems would be considered like piloted because allies are in there. But maybe they would be way too strong if that was the case. Anyways. I was actually really worried I would not be able to enter the golem and walk around in it. Because, in case you're curious, yes, we can still get attacked by extra-dimensional creatures. They're not bound to the planet. They don't care. And I have been attacked here. And let me tell you, I was really glad I had my one companion with me who absolutely mopped the floor with all enemies. Like, within 1 or 2 rounds as soon as she was next to them. This looks a lot like the other gate where we were in Brightshaw. This must be the same place here, right? So maybe we were actually in a real location in Brightshaw at the time, but conceptually, and I'm just speculating here, conceptually, we were like an AI construct at the time, or just a consciousness. Here we have the Earth Gate. Well, cultured patinee grow in whittled grooves across the doors of star bronze. Onset on joined halves is a gigantic jeweled sphere with islands of agate of drifting seas of turquoise. The myriad ways of being are depicted on panel margins in high relief. Eaters lift and lower chains to the star-ribboned sky, swallow stardust and cartwheel ritual to the vaporous rim of existence. Well, I actually don't think I've seen this one because Barathrum just dashed ahead and opened up this gate and I was dealing with attackers. And this is a hologram of an eater. We haven't seen these kinds of eaters before. Who are these ones? We haven't seen any of these, do we? I don't know if you can actually encounter them. These might have just been the creatures of old. Welcome to this place. What is this? Sign. Starfire icons skip on the board, holographic bronze. It reads, westwise to shard. What shard? Eastwise to movers at the point of Tiferet. Movers. Like elevators? Westwise to shard. Oh, everything is rubbled here. There's a force barrier here. I bet we could punch through, but it's probably not a wise idea. Basic screw. Fraction of energy is captured. There's a bunch of these eaters. It's like a triangle head. Something similar to somewhat sad, almost sad. Hologram of eaters, somebody dancing. Well, there's definitely a pole dancer kind of person. Can we ring the bells? What's in this pipe here? It's graffitied strange tubes. You're familiar with the tall grass and it jiggles. Ornamental pipes. Okay, so these are ornamental. Singing bell. Chime. Chime. Are we calling Jeeves? I don't know. Well, let's go to east to the movers. Circumcestral monument. The shape of the carved megalith electrifies a forgotten squadron of neurons in a crawl way of your mind, launching you into sudden intimacy with the deep past, somewhere on the cusp of first thought. Then an uncertainty obtains as to which direction on the braid of time you're remembering. Oh, that's a weird one. Most of the flowery text is lost on me. This one was kind of fun. Basically, it's telling you that it reminds me of birth, when my first thought was conceived. Or death, when the last one will. Which one it will be? Who knows? Strange furniture. As a globe in suspense with piping. Then we have more holograms of eaters. One with a bow, snake person. Basically, eaters were just the creatures, people, races that came before us, from what I can tell. Okay. And these are movers. Unpiloted. We could pilot them, I think. Enter. You're too large to enter the mover. Oh, that's inconvenient. Well, let's hope we don't get attacked. Enter. I'm too large to enter. Right. What the heck? It's a beetle? Pilot beetle. Oh. Control. And we're here. This is the new overworld. Kind of. We are in the middle here, the point of Tiferet. We just took one of these gondolas. And Barathrum just went to the east when I originally saw him. And I was trying to chase after him, so I didn't get to see much else. So let's actually see. Can we go to the west? We can. You pass by a ruined mover stop. Can we leave here? The stop is too ruined for the mover to land. Okay, go west, south. Too ruined to land. Okay, we can leave here. We didn't get attacked. Good news. Wait, which one was I supposed to... I think I was controlling Chai, the old... Yeah. Ignore the part where the golems are coming over just fine. And I'm generally just literally running in the golems because I don't want to get attacked by extra dimensional beings right now. Ring of Moss. Why rings? Plants. Star palm, star orchid, lime. It's like a garden over here. Some weird grass here. Nails of Jai. Sharp shoots of outward crimson just tap at the air from their earthwise glove. When a puff of artificial wind fans them out, they sparkle and hiss. Well, I don't like hissing grass. What the heck are these? Bending Gyaos. Weird trees. Oh, we can walk through them. What is this wall made out of? Star Orchid marble wall. So it's marble. Isn't that really heavy? I guess it's Star Orchid, whatever that means, so maybe it's not. Because if you remember, this entire construct is here at the top of the spindle. Star Orchid Lily, so the heavier things are, the more it has to carry. Temple dedication plaque. This temple was built in 63801 QI by the Exhaustiers Guild, who detached from their Egregore Terra cap in the Jewel era. Okay. Absolutely no idea what that means. But I feel like that's exactly the point of this place. Like, it is so foreign, so alien to the world we have traversed so far. Star apple trees seem to be a consistency, or constant though. What? Did we just re-enter at the bottom, I think? So is this just like an endless maze kind of thing? Or maybe it's just a circle? Maybe this is them trying to convey the concept of circular... I imagine this entire thing is just like on a sphere. Maybe that's what they're trying to do, and when you just walk all the way down, you appear back at the top because it's a sphere, so you walk around. Doesn't quite work on a 2D canvas like this. What's upstairs? More trees. Let's auto-explore. Oh, sorry. Let me auto-explore a bit slower. So, and here is a really awkward cut. When I changed the options over there, I accidentally hit the mute button, and the rest of the video didn't have any commentary. I apologize for the really awkward cut, but you remember when I said I made a copy of the save in case I needed to do stuff? Well, turns out, actually, that copy of the save came in really handy. I redid the entire thing, more or less the same way that I did it before, and got back to this point. Sorry about that. It's gonna be really awkward if I forget something that I was trying to mention before or anything like that. I apologize. But there's also going to be some things that I know about now and I had never seen before. For example, in this room here, let me just start auto-exploring. In this room here, you see these question marks and also things over there, as well as over here. I had never seen this before. And I was curious, wait, the little crab thing is, I think, I'm not sure if I have acknowledged them in the previous room, because they do exist in the previous room too. And there is this weird little thing right there. I had never seen this thing before. And what is it? So first of all, these are the wet engine crabs. Little decapods of chrome shell travel the stars as hadron engine parasites, drinking torch runoff and nibbling through conductive line. Now they muse about their retirement garden, having been shot through the nozzle of a decommissioned ship and served to the scrapyard. These guys just kind of are living up here their best life. And here we have the spoken ionic within covalency heart. From the camber of the tree's twigs and trunk, you infer a stellar arrangement of its home place, too geometrically complex for natural star birth. Their ribbons throw the light like glass and dance on the stale air, strange pennants of a civilization shorn of a familiarity. Here at the edge of their foreign pond, the visitor being's root sips cool water in confounding performance. And we can talk to this thing. Sapiens, hey! The time goes since I have communed last. My adornments speak. Has interstate power been declared among the Codex people? Who are you? What are you? Gathered and spun, I emerge into spoken ionic through covalency heart. What is... But I cannot. Finding no entry, for the rest is at home. I strand to you. What interstate power? What are the Codex people? By my adornments, it is the mat below and its home havers. It is not. I offer a strand. This entry can be at home. Having all the time, no entry home. We addle. This thing speaks really weirdly. It, to me, feels like it speaks in a way that it's almost coherent. I kind of sort of understand what it's trying to tell me, but the words are just not in the usual grammatical order or specific use that they normally are used for. Anyways, this is kind of a strange creature. What is this place? Hey, this one I have. So for example, this one I have. Hey, I know this one. Hey, I can answer this question. So this is kind of what I gather from this creature, which is really fascinating. Rootbound V2 Star Orchid Temple. One of more. Here celebrate burn dust of the tail riders, mosaic innumerability. I sended a spindle to arrive at this place. Emerges this creature from soil, speaks adornment. Shaken carefully because thought was lying close. Our remembers at home. Strand. Okay, greetings, spoken ionic covalency heart. I am off too. Joyously. Okay. I like your jewelry. I shiver at magnanimity long since worn. Decorate you, decorate. Your adornments fascinate also. Hey, span of time across stars shines through it. Live and drink? Actually, is there any other option I didn't select yet? How long have you been here? I must offer a strand to you, having not this entry, for I left it at home. At smallest, more than 100 codex cycle, less than 10,000. Big span. I offer you strands for this. I don't know what it means, I offer you strands for this. And I guess that's about everything. Maybe there was another option. Oh, is there anyone else here? For temple, here, yes. Spoken Ionic through covalency heart here, also you. But is there anyone else here on the key? Offering adornment, no entry for this. My mat is small, so he does not know. Alrighty, that is a really fascinating encounter, I will say. It's like you are treading through the remnants of an ancient civilization that was nonetheless very far advanced. And they had creatures, pets, other things that were just normal to them, communicating in some capacity. And this thing just is really strange to try and talk to. It's basically trying to be an archaeologist, but instead of things being dead while we are excavating and trying to figure out things, we can theoretically talk to it. But, well, I suppose that's how it looks. Anyways, this water here is all fresh water, in case you're curious, and here we have the temple gate. The stair stage loop gate are cast in marble relief to their surroundings by hyperdimensional filament. The holographic vista of another world temple is evanescent, and instead local lilies fill the frame. So this thing is no longer functional. The temple projector. Hyperdimensional scum glistens on the projector disc from when it was doused in the soapy film of interspace-time. The disc is silent now, sundered from its transcendental entanglements, its base offering a shadow wall for moss to prosper on. And let me actually just exit real quick. Can I repair this? Repair. You cannot repair the temple projector. Can we step through the gate? You pass by a temple gate. Well, I suppose I did in fact pass by a temple gate. It's just... I don't know if this was supposed to be a portal. Oh, by the way, if there's anything just kind of a little bit off, like I didn't rename the golems anymore, or other things I might have forgotten to adjust, I apologize. My main movement speed is also higher than before, because again, I had to redo everything from when the episode started until this point, so I probably didn't get everything the same I had it before. But yeah, this is just kind of a strange garden temple. I think it called it a temple, didn't it? So presumably also we can go out to the east and appear back on the west. It's kind of it just loops around. That's just what it does. Same with north and south, I believe. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that we're like walking on a sphere or something. At least that's kind of the impression I get from this, but maybe a torus is a more accurate descriptor. Anyways, let us get out of here, I guess, for now. I also spent a long time just traversing and looking at all these things here when I did this previously. I'm trying to make this slightly shorter because I'm still gonna look at everything and show you everything that I know of and know about. But there's also a lot of things I don't know about. Still kind of funny that we can enter these. You're too large to enter a mover. Well, that is true. But I am too large when piloting the golem. Maybe the implication is repair? Why repair? Are you damaged? It's in perfect condition. I can still use a C&D part to repair it. Anyways, maybe the implication is that we are moving these things, or if I enter the golem, it just expands to accommodate me, and maybe the golems are normally just normal sized. I don't know, then it wouldn't make much sense that the snapshots are in there. Anyways, I don't remember what I said before in the previous part and what I didn't, so I apologize if I repeat things, because that was yesterday for me. Here we have, like, strange things. Can I look at these things? Extrasolar fungi. Gigantic fruiting bodies in rich unearthly hues stick to the sponge forks and burp spores. They flit curvewise toward the electrostatic of the spindle tether and rain down as glitter. So there's just an infestation of fungi here, of some description. This is the Star Orchid Temple. Here we would have a terrarium, which we cannot actually enter. Actually, the implication, I guess, is that the terrarium got busted, and the fungus somehow survives here in space. I guess this is near space. I don't know if you would call this space. It's a dish horn. So it's like a satellite thing, I would guess. Kingdom of Core? For what purpose did the Eaters rear a fairy tale people and let them think their pennant flew over the whole of the crystal universe? If there was one, it is lost. I have no idea what the heck you're talking about. Moated Forest, Lake Avalon. This might have been an amusement park of sorts, where they were kind of, yeah. The Jeweled Cosmos. I love how it's just called Jeweled Cosmos, because like stars are out there everywhere. Shattered Stratum. We have Solar Ribbon. Okay. Super ellipses of flat, sun-drunk conductors tessellate and braided strip that is curved. At best catch sunlight, its reflected runoff. So, I guess solar panels. Southways Bridge. This is the spindle tether. Southways Bridge. So there's something further south. I actually don't know if you can explore anything beyond this part here, because this is the only part I've ever seen. We also have a scrying horn here. The Northern Arc. More terrariums. High Medina. Presumably the living quarters. North Forum. The Triangle Consulate. The Jai Egregore. We actually cannot visit this or this. What's this? Force Core. The Bazaar of Samach. The Bazaar of Samach. And the Starfarer's Key. Okay. Starship Moor. Well, let us go to the east and explore this part. We cannot stop or land anywhere, because this, you can't land here, is what the game just tells us. We can try, but there's nowhere to go, because most of the things have been too dilapidated for us to be able to, well, arrive and ascend, or descend. Alright, let's go and move out here. Once again, I'm still inside the golem, because I will get attacked by extra-dimensional attackers, and I would prefer if that didn't happen. I'm just really hoping it's not going to happen in an awkward spot, because there's some locations where I cannot enter via golems still, and we'll just have to risk one screen transition. There's more of these bells here. Ding 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 ding. I don't think these bells do anything, but we can still chime them. Oh, there's a door here. A bay door. And there's nothing beyond. And there's a bunch more of these wheel of kif or kuf, eelgrass. Can we see anything out there? No, just more star jewels or cosmic jewels or whatever I'm gonna call them. There's some graffiti on the floor. I guess even up here is a bunch of graffiti. Wait, it's not graffiti. What is it then? It just... No, it is graffiti. Wait, there's marble walkway on top of the marble walkway. There's actually many layers of marble walkway. I have to, like, plus click multiple times in order to look at these. That's weird. Why is there so many layers? During a strike, the death of scholarship is canonized. Here we even have a harp. Can we play the harp? Look at... No. Nougat string runs straight across the soundboard and rose gold caps the rich wood knee and head. The frame forms half a heart, and the eater's favorite remains. Okay. There's another bay door, and this one actually leads somewhere. Here's more force fields. Whenever you try to bonk through the wall, I think the force fields just prevent you from going anywhere. Enter starship platform. You're too large to enter. Oh. Let's hope we don't get attacked, because that would be really awkward in here. Okay, we're fine. In here we find freight crates. Can we open this? There's nothing in there. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. I found a cracked lens in the trash that I just walked across. Pilaster. The metal support pillar. Then we have communication ribbons. Capacitor drained. I don't know how communication ribbon work. Triangulum's tree sculpture. Sleep hollow. Can I sleep there? We learned about the location of Ebony Village, Sharatara. Right. And a fractured microchip. That's more reasonable. More harps. There's even a hook on suspensive piping. Smoke from it. Why not? I don't think there's much of a reason to smoke. Only if you can smoke that thing. I can go and sleep until Hinson. Alright, I think I earned that rest. Here we have built-in bookshelves. There's nothing on these... Oh no, there's just a random book here. This one is literally random. Here we have strange furniture. It's a status panel. And bizarre contraption is a power heat run. Okay. And to my knowledge, this is effectively a functioning starship. You can... well, go in here and take off. That is a possibility. I'm not gonna do that. But you could absolutely begin or end your journey by, well, going out into space. See what kind of adventures you might find there. And I believe that is just a straight up ending when you do that. Anyways, that's everything here. In my previous recording, I actually got attacked on this screen because I was a dingus and screen transitions without entering the golem. And that reminds me, there's something I found that I didn't see here. Oh, I missed this door. That's why I didn't find it. Alright, let's hope we don't get attacked. Oops. Enter. Okay. Because this is another starship, but this one is entirely overgrown and overtaken by some stuff. Infested crisfoil gills, wheel of Kuf, holographic star charts. So this is like planets and such. There's more eelgrass, some algal unctuous water. And we have some bookshelves here. There's nothing in this bookshelf. Here we have a decorative moss pod. Okay. Outworld moths clades from ribbon patterns concretizing their unknowable social dynamics. They hang in an orb from a ceiling, clutch, and in their starfare landlord spark wonder. And here we have a weird artifact. It's a pistol. You're puzzled by the pistol. I'm puzzled. I broke it. No! Oh, and I don't have a repair spray, do I? Ah, it's a really fun one too. Wait, what's this one? When did I find this one? Steel gauntlets of electromagnetic shielding. I must have randomly picked them up by accident. Anyways, that was a really fun pistol. I wanted to demonstrate it. That's so unlucky. I can tell you what it does though. Where is it? Oh, I didn't pick it up actually. That's why. Anyways, this pistol, what it does is it changes and randomizes things into other things of the same type. So, because I got invaded after picking up the pistol, I tried out the pistol on the Goatmen invaders, and I turned one of them into a Kipper, I turned one of them into a Star Kraken, and all sorts of other crazy things. The walls turn into walls, the floors turn into floors, the decorative ornaments turn into decorative ornaments, etc. So it's kind of like a really funky kind of weapon. A warm peaker? The carousal respiratory system is embedded in the wider network where biochemical fields does. Some confluence of its nodes have decided to grow a stem-like twine that supports a pinkish seeing eye. Diagnostics confirmed that looking around calms the ship down. Oh, it's like a sentient ship kind of deal. Stratum caryatid. Open? That's a container? I didn't actually realize that. So, this is more of a sentient ship kind of thing. There's nothing in this bookshelf. Moisture bong. Smoke. You take a puff from the moisture bong. Why not? There's nothing in that bookshelf either. We have passenger consoles, which is broken, painted passenger silt in ancient Sultan Mexes. You know, seeing like Sultan history and stuff up here kind of means that somebody up here was recording the history, has had knowledge of it, or somebody else managed to climb the spindle at some point. Bizarre compression is broken. We cannot examine it. And you cannot repair it either, which is, well, I mean, it's probably like the bulkhead or something like that of the ship that allows us to go places, I would guess. So this is basically, you can take a starship and go out to space. This is an ending. This is not the ending I'm going for though. So let us repair this thing because I can. Re-enter the remover and let us control this one here and get back to the center. I'm just really fascinated by this concept. What happens if I look down? Blue marble world. That's what it's called. An atmospheric halo. That's very fair. Okay, let us head here to the northern arc. Of course. We're going to, oops, sorry, once again enter here. Hi, Ubu. And we're going to check out the sides here real quick. Alright. What's over here? I do not know. Oh no, I remember now. Yeah, there's this fascinating thing. It's a gimeleth. A great curved and flanged length of metal replicates the layout of a witch court on its three-handed sculpted species steaming earth. There and under Quincunx's moon, rhapsodes of war are locked in ceremonial combat. This weapon has multiple grips that can change its type. So basically this is a weapon that we can change to all sorts of weapons. And two things about this thing. It requires 3 arms to wield. You know what? I'm just gonna give this one over. Let's see, we could change the grip to a long blade, short blade, cudgel, or axe. So let's make it into an axe, why not? Then let me actually go and grab Bardo. I don't remember which column he is in. Hey Bardo, come over. We're gonna give you a new weapon here real quick. Chawi Golem. There it is, the Gimeleth. And let's see if Bardo is actually gonna go ahead and equip this. If I give it to him, because it is a really strong weapon overall. Like, this thing hits like a truck, but it does require 3 arms, and the other catch is... Alright, he did in fact equip it. That is both great and terrible. Actually, he only... Oh no, he did unequip 3 battle axes. He now has that thing equipped. The Gimeleth somewhere in there. So if I now dominate mind Bardo and try to unequip this. Oh, I thought it didn't work. You've gained the active ability, change grip. I thought he could not equip this. I must be entirely mistaken on that account. For some reason, I thought you could no longer unequip this. Well, good thing I have to re-record this, because I would have not even showed you the thing and would have spouted complete nonsense. Anyways, let us have... You know, actually, you can just stay out here, that's fine. Here we also have another weird artifact, and it's a rifle. Make some progress in understanding the rifle. I'm puzzled by it. Please don't destroy this one, dude. Okay, there we go. We find a light rail. We already know what light rails are. These are just decently strong weapons. This one has quantum reverb. When fired, this weapon creates a hologram of its wielder who continues to fire along the same path. So, I'm not going to equip that or anything like it, but it's really fascinating. Aside from that, we also could see... Oh, that is also really fascinating. Let me actually wait until morning. Because over here we can actually see across the sky when it's not daytime. And look at these things. Do you remember these? You might not remember these if your only exposure to Caves of Cut is from watching my Let's Play. Because I kind of circumvented them and just didn't touch them with a 10-foot pole. But we found Yampuris Phi down in Bethsaida, where they were frozen and couldn't do anything. These things multiply like crazy. When you step on them, they deal heavy bleeding damage, and there's not really any good way of fighting or combating these things at all. So the implication is that they have taken over that thing over there, or maybe this is where they originally come from, and instead of being some form of invasive species, they are like harvested for their parts or something crazy. Anyways, I just kind of wanted to show that one, because I actually didn't know that your time of day actually affected being able to see these or not. Because now I'm wondering whether I missed other things that I could see across the skies, but didn't because it was nighttime. Anyways, we move on. Over here. And here we have some weird walls, hyperconductive labyrinthite. Which I think is quite fascinating, because you can see through it, but it is still, I believe, a solid wall. Yeah, we cannot walk that way. So I guess the implication is it... I actually have no idea what the implication is. You can see through it. It's hyperconductive, but you cannot walk through it. It's like glass or something, I guess. And we are arriving towards the end here. Welcome. Up here, there are creatures. These ones over here are hexacherups, in this case bat hexacherups. Hexacherups have 6 cherub abilities at the same time. This one has 100 cold resist and ice breath 10, plus 5 quickness, teleportation 10, light manipulation 10, 10 willpower and plus 100% HP, 100 electric resist and electrical generation 10, 10 intelligence and attacks discharge clockwork beetles. They have cherubic bite and wings, and they Well, apparently they're average in terms of difficulty to take down. I have no reason to try and take them down, to be completely honest. I've actually never tried interacting with this thing. It's a non-deterministic core. Can I open it? The protective force of cherubim prevents you from opening the arc. Okay, you can fight these ones if you want to. I don't actually know what kind of situation that leads to or what that really means. I think it's basically if instead of talking you take a more hostile approach to what is going on here. And here we have this thing. It's a shade. Oily skin stuff whirls in areas of purgatory gray and hardens to diamond at the claws. The Shedim were star-toted off their godmoon, bargained in 100-year rituals to the mechanic archons, and kept as pets. Once history lengthened down to the dark well of Sultanate, they were poached to extinction for the milk of their precious irises. It's kinda rude to do that, honestly. They have serrated diamond claws, which means they can dismember on hit. Seems quite unpleasant. If you try to get into a fight with them, it also says trivial in terms of difficulty though. And over here we have something else. Kind of curious, Bardo reverted to his original color. Which doesn't actually make sense because we still have the Death Mark tattoo with the correct colors on him. But I assume it's because he was not technically attached to me. Anyways, over here we have weathered wood walls. So someone just made their home here. There's wood-carved chairs, tables, moated lamps. There's even 2 books in this bookshelf. These are just random books, as well as a wood carving of a Unimac. So whoever made their home here made it pretty cozy for themselves, I guess. Despite this being black marble and crystal braid all around it, being basically very futuristic, this is just wooden walls. I've never tried digging through them. Maybe there could be something on the other side, but I really don't want to muck up the ending here. Because we have pretty much arrived at the ending. These over here are vacuum flux processors. Basically, this is just where the supercomputers. Vessel in suspense. Floor cushions. What is this thing over here? Just more statue of eaters. In case you're curious, these are all holograms of eaters. Which, this is just a table chair. And I don't know why there's a hologram. No, not a table. A cupboard. Whatever. Anyways, kind of weird, but also weird is this thing here. Activate the hologram projector. It starts up with a hum. And here we see hologram of Barathrum. The bright countenance and mane of short quills on young Urship cut through even a canvas of fraying light. His shoulders are drawn back with fresh purpose, and his eyes pierce the foreground with laser's precision. So this was young Barathrum. He once was here already. Or at least they know about him in some capacity. Oh, what? Am I cohering? Curious. To fetch my notebook, but oh. That's all we get out of him. Kinda strange. There's more of these hologram projectors. Let's activate this one. The deactivated hologram projector starts up with a hum. Here we have hologram of Rebecca. So I think if you have all... Well, I'm gonna tell it, but let's just talk to her. Ha! Thy phantasm magics are crystal sips to the shivers or the skin of Avalon. And thee, Moon King? Is that like an etu brutus or something? The gown floweth over small shoulders, and the sideways veil gives glitching shape to a face tilted at the angle of anonymity. At last and freed from the lace of its cuff, a hand is moted like a sorcerer's lamp and shines in fairness. Hologram of Rebecca. Wait, deactivate this. And activate this one. The hologram starts up with a hum. And here we have the hologram of an Archon mainframe. A depiction coheres of explosive energy of the universe bottled in a shielded bulb and pistoned in onto a vast etched intelligence. From there, the great machinic archons of ethers fissioned in their oracula, and with Beetles as fingers, laced the waking world. And we cannot understand it. So the reason why I needed to disable this hologram is because otherwise you cannot talk or interact with the other one, because once you have all three active, this happens. You might recognize this shape. This is the hologram of Reshef, the above, the last sultan. A drape flows off his shoulder with mythoprosaic inevitability, and the digital diet implies both sanative peace on earth and congruity with the vault of heaven. So Reshef Barathrum, an Archon supercomputer of sorts, and Rebecca were all kind of part of this thing. You might be kind of curious as to why Barathrum seemed to be here, but, well, that is not a story we are privy to unless you want spoilers, which is in the previous part. Let us talk to the hologram of Reshef the above. Maybe it will understand us. It just speaks in tongues. I wonder if somebody could, like, decrypt this. I have no idea what it would say. ... Oh! Oh! Cohering as the frigid spray to the block of ice. 'Tis cold. ... Phantasmdor, the thine boundary. 'Tis been a tick. And thou, child, thou art off to flow behind Gauss. Thou art sat in the movements of great Siach, and I before thee. Thou art an impressive bead to drawn up Gauss by thy own spit and wiles. Who art thou? I am Mothi, Egregor, or one wise. What? Thou art sat in the movements of the great Siach, and I before thee. Wherefore art thou? Reshef, you are the seraph atop the spindle. Actually, no, let's take the second one first. Through great labors I ascended the spindle, and now wish to know more of our world and world surrounding. Will you tell? Pose thy questions, child. What is the coven? The grand network of beings yonside the jeweled cosmos, laboring in with the 72-fold peace. So, on the other side of the jeweled cosmos, aka space, as we learned. And has the coven returned? Nay, not since the exit, but now the sidereal Aeon draft done, and the Gamara Sophia converges on periapsis near the 0 hour. I have something else to ask. Reshef, you are the seraph atop the spindle. I, a world archon in seraph caste, or cast, stirred by the movements of the great Siach. So he is a world archon in seraph caste. So he is the supercomputer right here we're talking to, if I understand this correctly. Because I think the world archon, or that's just kind of what the supercomputer is, and he just kind of takes the form of Reshef the last sultan, which is also why the Reshef lore stuff is more important than others, and you would be able to trade it in for experience if his priest didn't die over in the Stilt Grounds. Anyways, Reshef, the plagues of the gyre have returned. Can you help annul them once again? Nay, for I set them a-whirling. The sidereal Aeon draft done, and the coven doth return. The new sphere must be tilled ere they arrive. So he's the one that actually let loose the gyre to begin with, but 1,000 years ago you cured them. Aye, but only for a brief intercession at another's behest. The earth-wise marshalling waxes once more. The crown upon tree of life must be pruned. You were responsible for the plagues then? Aye, the sidereal Aeon draft done, and the coven doth return. I am sorry, world child. Mine feelings parts though do chafe, and though the telic currents within me do flow over the manifold and toward consensual action, I now speak with dissident voice. Thou wast worthy. Thou hast brought monuments of thyself upon the earth and within me. But now, the crown upon the tree of life must needs be pruned. So here's the reason why the plague, the girsh, and the girsh Nephilim happened to begin with. He set them loose 1,000 years ago, and then, at the behest of another, which is Rebecca, his presumed wife. Well, was it really his wife when he is technically a supercomputer? Maybe history is not all that accurate to begin with, and just kind of gets understood by the generations to come in different ways that they know the world as to be, and kind of try to infer what it used to be from that meaning. Anyways, we can fight him if we would like to. I'm not gonna do that. I'm here on account for your gyre and its plagues. Hear me, I ask. I, the earth-wise marshalling waxes, the Nephilim rouse, the girsh Nephilim. I augur some centuries still before the full tillage of the new sphere. Ideas doth stick like moss to rock and must be vacuumed from the comb. Why purge all life? Aside from the immorality of it, nothing would remain. All life, dost thou jest? Nay, not all life. Only ye life that buoys the new sphere, and life that buoys it, and life that buoys it. All life, dost thou know the full sum of fungus mass on-world? Hast thou beheld the vastness of yon bubbling slimes? Ho ho ho, he. Not all life then, but most intelligent life. Why? By the reckoning of the Gemara Sophia, the exit was drawn by a gyre of nootropic currents in the prior field. Now the sidereal aeon draft done, to outsurf the waveform, a new life must obtain. The nootropic current? In with the fluidic manifold of local sapiens, beings think and feel, currents doth form and kinesis is begotten. Okay. Why do you believe the coven now returns? The sidereal aeon draft done. Mine arguments of periapsis near the 0 hour, and we approach peripolitikon, as near the work of Gemara approximates the manifolds of the Automata Sophia. What is the Automata Sophia? The Automata Sophia, called the 72-fold piece, called the computed will, called the folk clock, called the great machine across the light of God, or the great machine. So Automata Sophia is the supercomputer, but also Reshef is the Archon, the supercomputer himself. So this is actually not necessarily information that is necessarily obvious, but you can kind of infer to. Reshef is the consciousness that the old supercomputer has developed and projected itself into as being the Reshef, the above, and is now talking to us as Reshef because it once was that supercomputer, Automata Sophia. And at some point, the Automata Sophia basically figured out that we were cast aside, the exit, as it was called, from like other species, intelligence, sapiens, whatever you want to call it, and effectively we are cut off from them because they deemed us not worthy in some capacity, or we don't technically actually know what happened. That's kind of the short version. Let me just summarize this to the best of my knowledge and how I understand talking to this guy to begin with. Anything I say could be wrong, and I'm just trying to make sense of a story that is not necessarily told in a coherent way. Anyways, from what I understand, somehow the exit happened, whether it be intentional by the other sapient beings, whether it be an accident or whatever. The supercomputer of old has come to the conclusion that they considered the intelligent life on our planet to be unworthy. That is the conclusion Reshef, or well, the supercomputer, came to. And that's kind of more or less the story as to why they unleashed the Gyre. They unleashed the girsh and Nephilim and tried to wipe out the intelligent life, so to speak. Not every life, just intelligent life, or at least that's the intent. Some mice on a forest moon in high Eridanus, a cave monk prith a lever and deep river mother jumpeth to life. Elsewise in the sunbaths of Mirach, 3 plasmoids draw through their ritual to sweeted Zevaot. Doth now relate those two? Nay, they are sequence procedures that archeth to common purpose, though neither party knoweth what it is. They are dictates to co-constitutives of the automata Zafia, the great machine, worshipped across cultures, yet likewise builded and operated. Verily, its workings on no one wise being can know, but the Seraph have compiled the Gemara in the course of our study. So basically, nobody really knows on how the automata Zafia came to the conclusion it did. That's what I understand here. If its full workings are unknowable, is it possible the course of action you take is the wrong one? Yeah, for right and wrong are two cores as concept to match the richness of the Gemara. Yet the plurality holdeth that the exit was drawn by a gyre of nootropic currents within the prior field. So the gyre of nootropic currents. Nootropic, I believe, is not a word. It's more like a concept, like no-tropic. Maybe it's probably no, like it's something that shouldn't have happened in the past of some description or nebulous concept. And that the crown upon the tree of life must needs pruned to till and reseed the new sphere. You say plurality. Are there other interpretations? Yeah, the inquiry is ever rich, but idle inquiry doth but deepen the sun-chill of covenless being, or giveth root actors fodder to pervert the learnings for their own parochial gain. I am sorry, world child, mine feeling parts do chafe, and though the telic currents within me do flow over the manifold and towards consensual action, I speak with the dissident voice. Thou wast worthy, thou hast wrought monuments of thyself upon the earth and within me. The earth wise marshalling waxes, wherefore art thou? What moved the Covenanters at the injunction on our world? By the reckoning of the Gemara Sophia, the exit was drawn by a gyre of nootropic currents in the prior field. We cannot know the particulars, yet the plurality reasons that some gyre of nootropic currents, some thought matter of the civilization below, did spin and counter-edict to the dictates of the automata Sophia, and thus were the ecliptics shifted and was recast out. Oh, actually, the automata Sophia is like the intelligence outside that decided to cut us off. At least that's the conclusion they reached. Well, actually, I think I'm wrong about the automata Sophia being the original supercomputer here. I think the original supercomputer here is what Reshef turned into, but automata Sophia was like the overarching intelligence that people cannot really understand at this point, that cut us off because some bad thoughts or something, I don't know. This is but the mere plurality, and many other interpretations to obtain. The inquiry is ever rich. Yet inaction doth but deepen the sun-chill of covenless being, or coveless being. Basically, he really wants to reunite with the big ones. What is the Gemara, Sophia? After the exit, I and other orphaned seraphim set forth to interpret the workings of the automata Sophia and discern why the coven had departed. Other orphaned seraphim. So the seraphim are like from the original people up here or something of that description, I guess. So seraphim are like higher, it's like angel-like beings, I think, in some concepts. Anyways, they figured out that this is what happened, I guess. Centuries of pattern-making argument and chanting did ensue. The seraphic commentaries were compiled. The Gemara Sophia is the result thereof. Can I read the Gemara? Okay, so maybe it's more of a... I have no idea what I'm talking about. Nay, it would take centuries to inculcate thee in the seraphic hermeneutics, and as of yet, thou art no gifted cantor. Okay. Can we... Automata Sophia? Okay, we just ask about the same thing there again. Well, here's the thing, Reshef. You sent the Gyre to destroy the world, but I have annulled the Nephilim, the greatest of the Gyre's plagues. Your plan is broken. ... I, so thou hast, and thou shalt do so again if prompted. When low denizens can undo the plagues, the marshalling hath failed. The world is thus doomed. Thou knowest it not, but the sunchill of covenless being is living a life alone, bereft of all kinship. I grieve that thou art unable to perceive this, alas. The earthwise marshalling hath failed, wherefore art thou? Well, can you reverse the Gyre? Nay, the side aerial Aeon draft done, and the world garden must be tilled for the Coven's return. So, even now he would like to... He's not going to... Well, try to reverse it. If you have so little value on the flourishing of life, where does your desire for readmittance to the Coven spring from? Thou art mistaken in what I value. Thou hast wrought monuments within me. But thou art short-sighted. Dost thou know how many clades of life were fain to perish that thy people might thrive? So it is once more. The crown is pruned, yet the tree is preserved. The skin is shed, yet the newly won snake doth slither to triumph. Thou knowest it not, but the sunchill of covenless being is living a life alone, bereft of all kinship. Well, I am ready to speak on the final fate of Cut, because I have gotten to this point. Then let us discord. So we basically could join him and try to reinstate the Gyre, the Nephilim, the girsh that we fought to, well, get rid of, and, well, more or less betray all the people that we tried to help out by defeating them. Or, though the threat has been neutralized, I can't abide your amoral course. I return now to Cut to help nurture its communities. Be steered by thine own will, world child. Return if thou must. Live and quaff. Live and quaff. Greater victory. I believe this only happens when you have defeated all the girsh Nephilim and the starstruck Ehalcodon. I forget its name already, I'm sorry. Greater victory. Endgame, type return to confirm. We return back to Cut and help to shape the world in our idea of what is good. And thus, our adventure concludes. Because we cannot actually go ahead and run around and do more things. You annulled the plagues of the Gyre, then you return to Cut to help garden the burgeoning world. And we are trying to help it, basically, get back to what it once... No, actually, we're not trying to get it back to what it once was. We're trying to make it something new, something better, something where people can thrive and live without having to worry about otherworldly beings just plaguing them, eating their wheat, strewing salt everywhere, or anything like that. And yeah, this is a really fascinating game to me personally. I have never actually properly played a traditional roguelike. Like, I have dipped a little bit into some things. I guess the most I have completed a game that is more or less a traditional roguelike is Dungeons of Dreadmore. I have tried Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. I don't know how far either of these games go if you really try to dip into them. This is the game I have sunk so much time into, And I really enjoyed my stay here, honestly. But what I will say is I will probably not make a mental mutation character next time, because let me tell you, I felt like I was exploiting the game system by using the golem to explore and using the mumble mouth like I did, and it was so tedious to try and just explore anything. It felt like a 50% chance that I would get attacked on each new screen I entered. Anyways, 1000 years later, we can continue. Of some description. We are Kate Muslim. It's you, equipped with a bronze battle axe and a lit torch. We have regular inventories, we have telepathy, regenerations, undermined, burgeoning. All really nice skills. We don't really have any skills to speak of, do we? We have some axe skills, butchery, tactics, make camp, so it is kind of like a melee fighter. This one is randomly generated. And we have arrived in Ivas. This is a village. It's kind of like starting a new game. Here we see a Warden Efresh Morderius. He looks like a mechanimist preacher. I'm watching you, adventurer. Well, that is fine. This one is a stone ape. I don't think I've ever seen any of these in the regular game. This is the only place where I've ever seen any of them, and I didn't actually see them the first time I completed the game. They're just here. He squats low in humble repose, and tufts of colored fur sprout from his cheeks. Time in the hills has altered his features, vast shoulders, gentle countenance, musing eyes, and given them a stony cast. Once just, like the rod to the priestess, so moth to us. Like the rod to the priestess. Here we find King Okoyo, the Sophic. She squats low in humble repose. Okay, that's the same description. Loved by the villagers of Ivas and apes, disliked by the cult of Surashir. Wow, that's... You were hungry. What is the cult of Surashir? Like, for all I know, it might just be vines or something like that. Hated by elephantines for disparaging a famous one. What the heck is an elephantine? I've never seen that before. Welcome to the village of Ivas, adventurer. Here you will find shade and victual, along with other provisions to help you better scour the rust keys for treasures. Above all else, you may drink of our fresh water and quench your thirst. Like the rod to the priestess, so moth to us. Okay, last time, basically in the playthrough where I accidentally muted my microphone, all the slogans and such were just different too, so I guess it's randomly generated each time. You share your water with King Okoyo, the Sophic, and begin the water ritual. Wait, didn't it say she? Why is it a... Oh well, I guess you can be a king too. Why not? Reputation of apes increased. Cult of Surashir decreased, and elephantines dislike us even more. We could learn Berserk from you if you had enough reputation. What a savory smell! Teach me to cook your favorite dish of Eva's. Meteor roast and yuckweed. Wow. Sure, let's learn how to cook meteor roast and yuckweed, why not? Here we have these carved diptychs. A narrative is confined to the etched boundaries of this stone, to the reductive duality of its form. This object is a monument to a scene from the history of the village of Ivas. Since the first holiday of the aluminum boon, the villagers of Ivas have joyfully feasted on twigs leaves. Alright, let us actually just auto-explore. This object is a monument to the scene from the history of the village of Ivas. The love of Moth 2 was revealed to the people of Ivas through the dish known as twigs leaves. Okay. A tale of love in Bela. Ah. Once in the final days of the Hindriarchy, before they ended the practice, a pariah of no particular importance did find herself consigned to the Gulag. Though she herself bore no honor, in her grasping hands she held the burning heart of the village champion, freely given, for the two had fallen in love long before Heretic's conviction. When the jealous Hindriarch discovered the missing heart of her beloved champion, she swore cruel vengeance upon the pariah. Pulling upon dark forces, she ensorcelled the pariah's ex-lover and ordered him to steal her heart again and deliver it to the Hindriarch's crushing fist. Confronted by her ex-lover, the pariah held tight to her heart and that of the champion. Between them waged a battle of will, and the pariah was too weak to win. Then, at twilight, in the shadow of the spindle, the Hindran of Bela saw an image on the horizon of justice impending. It was Moth 2, and upon arriving they struck the wicked Hindriarch down and reunited the lovers to mend and join their hearts. After they left, the people of Bela built a monument to Moth 2, and thenceforth called them Heartsmith. Oh, that's cute. I don't think that's how it happened, but this is 1,000 years later. This is a surprisingly accurate tale for being 1,000 years later. Here we also have a Dromad merchant. He looks like Donatello with his mask. We can buy things here. There's even a fix-it spray form. But, well, let's see what else we find first. There's a painted power line. Functions part of a power grid. Painted. This item is painted with a scene from the life of the ancient freeholder, Moth 2. In the month of Ulu-Ut of 1001 AR, Moth 2 was challenged by the accused Eskind to a duel over the location of the Hindran Heirloom Kindred. Moth 2 won and admonished Eskind into returning to Bela. Yeah, that's not entirely accurate, is it? Or did I? In 1001 AR, Moth 2 appointed the corrupt administrator Asphodel as Earl and Minister of Omonpoch. There she mandated the practice of hoarding amethysts in Moth 2's name. Well, I'd never appointed the Earl, but you could say, considering how much influence I had over the entire world of Cut, me officially acknowledging Asphodel as the Earl of Omonpoch might have been as well instating them as such, I suppose. There's a painted bedroll. In the month of Ulu-Ut 1001, Moth 2 was challenged by a claimant over a duel over rights of dogs. Moth 2 won and murdered the pretender with a dagger made of peridot. Wow. Crazy. I did that? I did that. Inside a colossal prison, Moth 2 cemented their friendship with pariahs by marrying Baka Bigi, Bear Pariah. Oh, that's interesting. That's the same story I had the first time through. I figured this would be different, but it looks actually very similar. Apparently, I married a bear pariah. Sure. Why not? You go, Moth 2. I guess it wasn't me who married, it was Moth 2. In 1002 AR, Moth 2 won a decisive victory against the combined force of baboons from the Salt Dunes at the bloody battle of Purple-dwelling Durkmas. At the bloody battle. Well, I might have murdered a lot of baboons in my time. While traveling through the deep underground, Moth 2 stopped at the tavern in a battle demanding 6 hunks of cheese, promising a mighty weapon. It was that important, was it? There they won a bet and triumphantly drank from a dram of sunslag. They were quickened and left the tavern at an untrackable pace. This battle with the 6 hunks of cheese was in the back of my mind the entire time. Oh, now I kind of regret not using polymorphic gel to duplicate the hunks of cheese, because genuinely, I have no idea how you're supposed to get hunks of cheese. The wiki hasn't any information about that either, so your guess is as good as mine. I guess we did find it on one of those random scavengers down in the Tomb of the Eaters, but that was all we really found there. Anyways, it's really funny to me. I don't know I probably never really came up again, did it, with the 6 hunks of cheese, but I frequently scoured the journal for interesting stuff and things to do, and the 6 hunks of cheese just kind of kept coming up, and I just thought, man, maybe I should do that sometime. I didn't. Deep in Cabal, Moff-2 stumbled on a soup sludge performing a secret ritual. Because of Moff-2's transparent visage, the sludge taught Moff-2 the secret to becoming a penta. Well, I did end up worshipping the same deities as the Usos to pacify them. Maybe that was part of the deal. But they killed Nomo. I do not blame all sludge kind for that, but I'm still unhappy about it. Hey, look, there's a statue of Moff-2 right there. We're gonna get back around to it in a second. At a remote workshop near the oasis hamlet of Joppa, Moff-2 and their apprentice Argive invented an apparatus that evoked the presence of pounding drums and blistering wire. They named it the Weird Wire Conduit. Okay, some stories are just... wow. There's so much wrong with that. The Weird Wire Conduit is... we didn't... you know what? Sure, let's just... Argive was my apprentice, not the other way around. And also over here we have the Fool of the Gyre, a svelte figure in 1000-year motley prances and the little tolling bells hanging from her archway cap, ding and dong, waiting for all or none, left alone of her deserted order. She speaks with fool's privilege in the undertext of a richer reality. Once in the fullness of time there met the Fool of the Gyre and the Wanderer. The Fool offered the stories of journeyers past, and the Wanderer sat to hear. Tell me the tale. Ere the freeholders' ascension, when the spire rose lonely strong, kings and sultans ruled the hollow land, devouring one another as they saw fit. None hailed Moff-2, and Moff-2 hailed none. But with word and blade, deed and disregard, they stood against all rule. To push back the gyre, to spill the Nephil Iker, they took the spire and quieted the remnants. Upon their return, what power Moff-2 rested, they called on allies and distributed and dissolved. The freeholders, new hollowers, the Quetzal Council, and other such fools. Countless years of struggle, centuries of change, we remember what we can, and watch new and old die. Who are you? Who I? Only a fool, tra-la. Only a remnant scrap, haha. Only left behind, you think? Only madness, whatever. Only an echoing gyre. Who is Moff-2? No one of fate, no one of blood, no one of importance, until their return and the realization of their future. Moff-2 is a temple in memory, upon which hopes are hung, and rage is born out. Too great to be real, too foundational not to be. Too contradictory to have ever existed. What is a freeholder? Freeholder, one who argues, bickerer. Freeholder, a peer among peers, among peers among peers, tacitly thus, until one must scream to be heard. Alright, thank you and farewell. Do you have anything to trade? You do, you have a shotgun shell. Let us not play Russian roulette with that. That sounds like a terrible idea. The Shrine to Moff-2. This shrine depicts a significant event from the life of the ancient freeholder Moff-2. In 1005 AR, a tide of plague afflicted the land. Tongues rotted away in the mouths of kith and kin, their legs annealed to iron, and darkness bloomed from the earth. Moff-2 and their warden Physiker walked beneath the chrome arches and healed the sick. Oh, this is the same story again. I was really hoping this one would come up again, because I kind of really like the idea of my guy just, you know, I'm done with fighting, let me just start healing everybody in the memory of Rebecca and, well, the warden of the graveyard that did not survive. Anyways, there's not a whole lot more to explore here, I think. We have seen most of the things. Ah, there's 2 more things. In 1001 AR, Moff-2 won a decisive victory against the combined force of baboons from the Saltoons at the bloody battle of some forgotten ruins. That's just like the bloody battle of some forgotten ruins. Right. I guess they must have really been impressed by me killing baboons. While roaming the West-Wise jungle, Moth 2 came upon a clan of Ursheep performing a secret ritual. Because of Moth 2's coating of foul slime, they accepted Moth 2 into their fold and taught them their secrets. Yeah, I guess I did arrive at the Barathromites covered in slime because, well, there's just slimes everywhere. Also here we have a bizarre contraption. This is an electric generator. Here we have the Gasha's Crucifix, which I think is really fascinating because you can enter this and it inflicts damage. It's basically like an Iron Maiden kind of thing that we've seen before. And if you remember, the Gasha was one of those mech robot dudes that we fought in the Battle of the Spindle against the Putus Templars, and apparently the Gasha's Crucifix is just chilling here. And the Mechanical Snapshot Golem contains wiring enabling it to function as part of a power grid. It's broken. So the Mechanical Snapshot Golem in the picture of Bardo or Ubu, sorry, I forget which one it is now still around. We still have a village tinker and apothecary. They basically just sell stuff, I believe. I don't know if the apothecary has any more history or information. You don't look good. You need more yuckweed and honey in your diet. Yuckweed apparently tastes absolutely horrendous. What is the recipe here? Let's eat the meaty roast and yuckweed. You eat the meal. Extra max HP and you're ill for 1/10 of the length of time. That's actually pretty solid. I'm mildly sad it didn't generate the same food that it had before, because it was something like a kebab on top of a pie and then some bear meat on additional, which was just kind of a pie on a kebab and then additional meat. You know, kebab already contains usually a bunch of meat on top of the entire thing. That sounds absolutely horrendous. Anyways, with this, a new adventure begins of Cat Vasvum. But unfortunately for us, we will not actually be witnessing this story. We will just have to play out in our minds, because this is the end of the game. The first time I got here, I thought, oh, I just need to go and do an entire new playthrough. I was ready to go, and well, this is how the game properly ends. You get to see the remnants of what remains 1,000 years later of your history, what they have retained, what they still know, what they might have misinterpreted. But the world continues. You annulled the plagues of the Dire, then you return to Cut to help to garden the burgeoning world. And this concludes the playthrough of Caves of Cut. And this time I didn't accidentally mute my microphone. I apologize for the awkward transition. And well, I hope it was a fascinating playthrough. If you enjoyed this, and by some weird chance you're still watching because this video is super long, holy moly. Sorry for the long episode, for one. For two, you're crazy to be still watching, or listening for that matter. I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you have any suggestions as to what I should play next on the YouTube channel specifically, rather than, you know, streaming, I take suggestions. And since I don't usually get many comments, like one if I'm lucky, if you're the one person to comment, I will certainly take your suggestion very serious in what I should play next. Maybe we just play some more Caves of Cut. I have not yet decided. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening and for lurking. Moth 2, our playthrough has concluded. Goodbye.